What's happening, guys? It's Adam here. Just before we go into this week's episode, I want to let you know that we do an extra episode of this shit every single week exclusively on Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's basically a way for you to financially support this podcast while getting a few rewards for yourself. Now, you can sign up for £3 a month, £5 a month, or £10 a month. The more money you give us, the more benefits you get. But even the people who only sign up for £3 a month, which is what, less than the price of a fancy coffee, you get an extra episode every single week, which is about an hour and a half long, where it's just me and Dan most of the time. You also get early access to these public episodes with the guests. You get discounts on merch, discounts on live shows, early access to tickets for stuff like that. And also, you get access to every single Patreon episode we've already done as soon as you sign up. There's a shitload of stuff there. It's a massive back catalogue. We've been doing this for months now. Sign up today at patreon.com/haveawordpod. The link is in the description. Subscribe to this channel while you're there. Give us a little like on the video, and let's get to the podcast. But yeah, the doctors said if I just keep using the cream, it should all go away. Yeah. Sweet. Welcome to the very first Have a Word podcast without either me or Dan here. We've got our guest co-host, Paul Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that either you or
Yeah, well, without both of us being here.
Yeah.
You know what I meant? Stop being a fucking cunt. Fucking 20 seconds in. You need to be closer to that mic.
Order!
Mama like that.
Order!
Mama like that.
fucking there, mate.
How are you?
I'm good, you know.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
It's been a fucking weird week, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why?
Because fucking Boris Johnson's a cunt, isn't he?
He is a
all
cunt.
cunts, and he's a mega cunt, isn't he?
Look, this is actually a politically neutral podcast, and I'd really like if you could also say Keir Starmer's a cunt as well.
Yeah, well,
You don't like him either, do you?
I don't like none of them.
As your head fell off a
Do you know
bit.
what? I think you've got to be a cunt to do that job. So I kind of understand that they're all cunts, but that doesn't change the fact that they're all cunts.
Yeah, I think to get to any sort of political power, you have to be an absolute helmet.
Yeah.
We spoke about this.
I think to even want to do it, it's not that even well paid. Do you know what I mean? And it's well paid, but to want to be that much of a fucking cunt.
Yeah, the people who end up being prime minister are people who don't need the money you get for being prime minister.
Yeah.
They've all already got their millions and their fucking houses and that.
You're going to do Tony Blair after it and fucking make millions.
Yeah, or a Barack Obama.
Fucking rats. Yeah, so my head fell off the other day when he was like, oh, fucking hell, you can't, it's going to be 10 o'clock for fucking 6 months. And I was like, well, that's me fucked in and I'm going on the run.
Yeah, but like, what's... So you're worried about your tour, aren't you?
Yeah, I want to be fucking touring again.
Yeah, but why don't you just move your tour to like 6 o'clock start times?
It's not even that, it's the social distancing. So we were supposed to start a tour in May. So we put it on sale in like January or something. It was the biggest tour. So we fucking gambled on it a little bit and it was doing dead well. So we sold like more than half the tickets. But that means people, when you know yourself, you buy a ticket in a theatre, you pick which seat you want, and everyone wants the fucking front row. And now it's so much admin, which we can't do because the theatres do all that themselves.
Yeah.
So now move everyone around. You'd have to
See, this is why you fucked up, lad. You've got too successful.
I know.
Whereas I can do me tour because I'm just playing fucking cupboards, me. You know what I mean? I get a couple of 100 people in a cupboard, and we can still do that.
Listen, we're gonna have to social distance, so you can't come. You come in at 8 o'clock and you come in at 6 and I'll do 2 shows.
Here's your Groupon money back. Don't worry about it. I'll see you in a bit.
Do 2 shows in a night though. It's just like we can't fucking do it. It's murder.
Can you not just do 2 shows?
Well, we're gonna have to fucking try and do something at some point, but I don't know. The logistics of that are fucking way beyond my fucking capabilities.
Yeah, but Paul Blair, I feel like he could make a few phone calls. Just do a show at 6 and another one at like 8 or something.
Some of them are already like that as well, though. Some of them are already like Billingham and London, Leicester Square and stuff like that. They're already like that, so I don't know what we're going to do there. I'm just hoping it's all sound by then.
January?
Yeah.
It might be. I mean, I felt like everything was going to... Initially, I said November, didn't I? I was saying November from the start when we first locked down and that. And then I was like, oh, we're coming back soon. And then I thought everything would be back to normal by November. Because when I first said November, I meant gig and a tour. But obviously, we've been back for a little bit. January, I don't know. The problem you've got is even if it's okay by January, they probably won't announce it till January.
Yeah.
And then you've got to try and tell everyone who's got tickets that, oh, next week's on. You know, there's 4,000 people coming to Newcastle. Tell them that to get a babysitter.
What I'm doing until then, I've started, Blair's giving me like every Wednesday and Thursday night now in hot water just for my show. So I can work on the show at least.
Carl's. What are you telling us, Carl?
Just be a little closer, because you're quite softly spoken, aren't you, Paul? He's
Like
quite
that?
He's boomy, isn't he? His voice.
Yeah, he's got a fucking, honest to God, he's a fucking headache, you know.
But you're quite smooth.
I'm smooth. Jazz.
Smooth
That better?
operator.
Sorry, guys.
We were at Hot Water last week, and we were sitting in the green room, and Danny Deegan was on stage, and I went to him, fucking hell, he shouts, doesn't he? You know, because he was screaming through the speaker in the green room, and then he was like, you want to see what it's fucking like when you're on? You're well worse than that.
I have to get off. We got a speaker in the back, and as soon as he goes on, I'm like, oh, fucking hell. Listen to him shout about fat people again.
I've stopped doing that routine, apart from when I want to do really well, actually.
apart from when you're in the middle.
Apart from when I'm like, oh, I'm in the middle, am I? Oh, I'm going to ruin the headliner's day, actually. Fucking put me in the middle, cunts. Are you're at Hot Water this weekend?
Always at Hot Water, mate.
So, from now on, every Wednesday and every Thursday is going to be you.
Yeah, I'm going to do work in progresses, so
there's not anyone else on. It's just your
through
thing.
October, I think they're gonna, because he'd give me the Wednesdays already, and now what he's done is, because we've got to finish at 10. But technically, the show doesn't have to finish at 10. You just can't serve any ale. So if the show's already started, doesn't have to finish.
Can they still drink the ale that they've already got?
Yeah. So
people could just fucking buy like.
So we're
a
gonna
bucket at the start.
A solo show at me at like 9:30, and then I can run as long as I want. Then, and as long as they've got buckets of ale or whatever, they can stay. Do you know what I mean?
Hang on. That's like, we've spoke on this podcast a few times now, and I'm sure by now most people who are regular listeners will have listened to the mental health special we did. We actually did it yesterday, but by the time this goes out,
that when you said mental health,
because it was a mental health special, as in the first half was bullshit. Towards the end, I was talking about a girl who's dying who wants me to fuck her, and there was like 5 minutes in the middle about mental health. The mental health special. I wasn't saying mental health as in, we all having a fucking whinge about mental. I wasn't doing that. I was doing it about is everything all hard? You've lost your job. Fucking grow up. Yeah, I wasn't quite doing that. Yeah, we've spoken about this, but the ambiguities and the fucking contradictions in the government. So just explain this to me, because I genuinely don't know. I've stopped looking into shit because it just does me head in. So you're telling me that at a comedy club,
well, at a theatre,
I seen the theatres and cinemas could go beyond 10, but I thought they had to stop drinking at 10 as well. So someone could come to your show at 9:30 and they could walk in a group of 4 and go, we'll have 28 bevies, 7 each.
No, because I don't know. But I know they can get drinks before the show. And once they're in the show, the only problem is I don't think if they leave, they can't come back in.
That's fucking mental, innit?
Yeah.
So in the breaks, they can't go out for a biff there?
There isn't going to be a break. That's why they're putting me on. So I'm just going to run through.
Right, okay.
I'm just going to do an hour-long show.
Yeah.
And then it's fine, innit?
You do an hour-long show. It's going to be fucking 3.5 hours.
3.5. Ken Dodd special.
Fucking kid. Do you know how many times, like...
I mentioned Ken Dodd.
Is he dead?
Is Ken Dodd dead?
Is Ken Dodd's dad not dead? Is he dead?
Yeah.
When did he die?
What, 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
Did he? Yeah. I forgot about that. So many people die now that, like, I sort of, like, I never know he was alive.
Ken Dodd's my fucking hero, mate.
Is he really?
Not because of comedy, because he got 2 million quid in cash under his stairs, so he didn't have to pay tax.
Revealing a bit too much there. Still going through that divorce, lad.
If I had 2 million quid in cash under the stairs, mate, I'd be fucking so happy with myself. He was much cleverer man than me.
Do you keep
Don't
cash?
get paid in cash anymore, do we?
No, but you
cunt.
Yeah, but like, I still get paid in cash sometimes.
I don't get no cash anymore.
Yeah, because you're all legit now.
Fucking hard.
Because you only work at one place, don't you?
Yeah.
And then your tours are from big venues. Whereas I'm still playing these. See again, victim of your own success, lad. I've got fucking bags in me fucking.
I mean, I'm getting cash for this.
Who's paying you? You saw them out, Carl, yeah?
No.
Yeah, I still get the odd little fucking whoo. No one needs to know about this.
Yeah.
40 people in a pub. Here's your 60 quid, lad.
I miss it, man.
For your 70 quid petrol.
There's still something fucking dead cool about cash, I think. I hope they don't get rid of it.
He's scared of cash now. Carl said he's scared of pound coins.
What?
Coins terrify me. People who pay with coins are fucking horrible.
It's because when he was a kid, his uncle tied him to a radiator and threw 50p's on him.
20p's, but...
I know, yeah, 50p's wouldn't be that bad back in them days. They were big 50p's though, then, weren't they?
Chunky, yeah.
Frisbees,
do you use coins?
Coins.
Coins, yeah.
I feel like the way you say coins is weird.
Coins.
How do you say it?
Coins.
Coins.
I say, what are you saying?
Pound coin.
Coin.
Yeah, I say it like him. So you say like COYUN.
Coin.
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 Yeah.
I say
A
coin.
pound coin.
Do you say
Coin.
coin?
Pound coin.
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 Oh.
I mean, it is right, but it sounds fucking noncy, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
but do you use
Hang
money?
on. The other day, you said valet instead of valet. And because I
Oh,
said
valet.
it is valet?
I know it's valet, but I'm a scouser, so I say fucking valet.
No.
And he went, well, it's right.
Here he is.
So valet's
Fucking
not noncy.
professional scouser
So
with his
valet's
fucking
not noncy, but
scouser
fucking
watches
coin
on.
is.
Get me car, valet.
Fuck off, you
I'm
pervert.
fucking Paul. I'm dead scouse me, aren't I? Come and see me in the Echo. I say valet. Fuck off.
It's fucking valet.
It isn't.
It is.
Where'd you get your money changed if you go on Aldi?
What?
Do you when you go on Aldi? Don't say post office. Where'd you get your money changed?
Don't know. I don't. I just take it out of the machine
What do you mean?
when I get there.
You don't take cash on Aldi, but yeah, it's one of the best bits of going on Aldi.
Yeah, I get cash out when I'm there.
Oh,
Yeah, but no, you need a fucking bag full of fucking.
Like one of them little fucking.
Yeah,
gaffer
I have a
satchels.
little fucking Jordan
Like,
over there.
what you call it then? The place that gives you holiday money?
What are you like the exchange thing.
Yeah, but what's it called?
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're on about here.
The Bureau d'Echange.
Is that what you call it?
No, it's French, isn't it? But you don't say Bureau d'Echange.
How do you say Barcelona? You don't say Barcelona, do you prick? Or
No.
fucking paella. But
No,
that's
'cause
how you're
it's
supposed
paella.
to say it.
It's paella.
Because you're English, you say paella.
No,
but it's fucking paella.
Do you say moe or moet?
I don't, because it's shite.
I'm on the verve clink, actually.
Actually on the fucking LMP kid.
It's Moet, you know.
What?
It's Moet.
How do you say,
fucking
you know the brand L&P? You know the full word of it?
Perrier.
Laurent Perrier?
Yeah.
So Laurent. You don't say Laurent Perrier, do you?
Alright, I'll give you that one.
Anyway.
I do say croissant.
1-0!
Do you use coins, Paul? Because coins are fucking horrible.
I do. I have coins in the car just for like fucking parking meters and shit.
Yeah, that's what I do. Whenever I pay with my if anyone robs
Or you need a quid for the trolley and that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a fucking nightmare the other day. You know, I had one of those, you know, the things you keep on your key rings for the quid in the trolley.
Yeah.
And I was just being a lazy bastard. I'd put it in the trolley and I was like, I put my stuff in the car. The car park was empty. And it was like fucking midnight. And I was just like, I'm not putting this back. Can't be arsed me. And just pushed me trolley. And then I got in my car, got halfway home and was like, because in my head I was like, it's only a fucking quid. I don't need a quid. Fucking balling, mate. Here we go. Throw that trolley away. The one off me fucking key ring. So convenient to just have a little thing.
Yeah.
The Arnold Clark one.
The Arnold Clark one.
Oh, I like that as well.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Shite.
Did you not go back now?
I genuinely was tempted. But I had stuff for the freezer. Didn't want me chicken dippers to go fucking to defrost.
Can't even recook them then, can you?
No.
You take cash out at Aldi, you know, that's fucking mad. That.
Why not? I just normally use my card now.
Do you not get like loads of charges though?
Yeah, I don't even look at my bank though, so it's down.
Oh, fucking
Oh, where he is.
mega money over here.
Fucking minted me.
Fucking Floyd Mayweather. Stop just doing symbols.
What?
Just tell him what to do.
Sorry, I'm a leaning back.
Yeah, you know.
For those of you who are watching, by the way, I'm wondering why we keep looking over
Carl
there.
keeps
It's because
going.
Carl's looking like the fucking fella at 3 o'clock in the morning on the telly trying to fucking tell you what's going on. What's this called? The sign language cunt?
know what
The
that
thing
means?
is, you're talking for the rest of the time and then stopping talking to tell us the only thing you should
Yeah.
really be talking about.
Oh, bye then. See you next time, guys. Hey, have you ever seen the sign language fella on the music channel?
Nah.
Oh,
Lad, sounds
wow.
boss though.
It's
Fucking unbelievable.
Does he
honestly
dance as well?
like no, sort of. Like, I don't think he's meant to be, but I think he just gets
Oh,
a bit
dude,
too into it.
haven't he? Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, I'm not. This is not even bullshit, right?
Why the fuck are deaf people listening to the music channel?
Well, they're not. They're watching it.
Yeah, but they can't. No matter what it is, he can't tell them what the music is. He can only tell them the words.
That's true. But maybe does his signs in rhythm. Do you know what I mean?
Like the beat.
I swear to God, this is 100% true, right? So I had the music channel on a couple of weeks ago, and it was like dead late. I was just up, and I'd just finished playing FIFA, and I just put the telly on, and the music channel was on from earlier in the day, and I was watching it, and you can start to see that he doesn't know what song's coming. Do you know what I mean? Like, it takes him a second to be like, oh, I know this one. I want to see it where he doesn't know it, when he's just like, I don't know the words, right? But
just going.
I think he's got a script because he doesn't know the fucking words to the telly either.
What do you mean? Nobody waits for what they say.
No,
Yeah.
but you've just said you act like the man.
No, he
listens
waits
to
for
it.
He listens to it, and then he
No,
says,
he fucking doesn't.
Yes, he does.
does. I've had one on stage with me, and it's fucking unreal.
So you think you're not scripted? They don't know what they're about to do.
The fella
The
on the
fella-
telly, the fucking...
He'll listen to it and then do.
He
He'll
does.
probably be a little bit ahead of you, so they'll play the sound to him a little bit, like a couple of seconds ahead.
Daniel Sloss has been in every year at Edinburgh. He does 2 shows with a sign language live on stage because, like, to help
It's mad
people.
how quick. It's mad, like the concentration they have to be able to listen to you and do
I
what they're
thought they'd be
doing
scripted,
in kind of separate time.
I could never do that job because I'm never really listening to anyone. I'm just always in my own head.
about what
Like,
you're gonna say.
yeah, I'm just waiting for you to pause so that I can say
That is the thing. You're my best mate. That is the thing I hate most about people.
what.
That's my least favorite trait. People who are just waiting to speak and not listening.
Yeah.
It's the worst trait.
Orange is my favourite colour though. What did you say? I did a joke. Yeah, but they do listen to it, and I swear to God, I was watching it and it was like a proper eclectic music playlist. It was like Take That was on, and then fucking someone else, and then Eminem come on, and he genuinely looked like he was just fucking shitting himself.
Like Rat God.
He looked up and he was like, "Oh, I thought it was Lose Yourself." It's like, fucking going for it, lad.
Just showing sweaty palms.
Sweaty, heavy arms. You know when I walk, you've dislocated your shoulder, haven't you? Before.
Yeah, it always happens.
So I've mentioned this briefly on the podcast before. Boxing Day 2018, I popped mine out, didn't I? Remember when I was gigging for a week in the fucking sling? And I've never really had a problem with it since. Like a couple of weeks after it come out, like at first I couldn't like lift my arm past like that.
Yeah.
So I was getting like showers like this, and then I was just in the shower one day, and I just lifted my arm and it just kept going, and I was like, "Oh, I've got my arm back," and it's been fine ever since. You get the odd like bit of pain or whatever. Woke up this morning and it was just out. I've never shit myself so much.
It just out the socket.
It was I was just in bed,
Heavy, innit?
and I was lying on that side as
back
well,
in.
and I was like. I couldn't move it at all. My phone was over here, and like I didn't have like the body strength, and I was just having a panic attack, and I was like, "What the fuck am I going?" So I was trying to like reach for my phone with my left arm, but this side of my body just felt so heavy, and I didn't have like you would normally prop yourself up with that arm, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I was trying to ring him because he only lives 2 roads away from me, and I was like, I just need to fucking ring Carl, need to get it, and then I threw my body, and as I threw my body, it just went back in, but it just feels dead fucking.
Yeah, it'll make you feel sick for a little bit.
I felt a bit queasy, but like it just feels a bit like sort of.
It's not dislocation. It's called subluxation. That's what it is. It's just pop because it's like the 2 sockets like that. It just pops out. It happened to me. The baby done it to me. No, Alex. I had my hand on the table looking at something on my laptop, and he was like trying to get my attention. And he just pulled my thumb, trying to get my attention, and my whole arm just went. And I'm trying not to scare him, so I'm like, "It's all right, mate." I'm like, and fucking Helen had to grab my arm and just.
Do you think he might have done that on purpose because you're worried that Alex might be a fucking psychopath, aren't you?
Off his fucking head, like.
Yeah. Do you reckon he's a serial killer in the making?
Don't know now because he hasn't killed his cat yet.
Yet.
Has it been a week or 2, has it?
It has literally been a week.
And that's enough for you to be like, oh,
Well, that's what I don't.
Cat's still alive.
I'm waiting to say that. He's like the cat's like the canary in the tunnel. Do you know what I mean? If the cat dies, then I'm gonna fucking have to have
what's the canary in the tunnel?
like the miners used to like send the canary in, didn't they? And if when the canary died, you knew the fumes were too bad.
Didn't you know that? Do you know anything?
I do. I just don't know about canaries and tunnels. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, they used to send a canary down, and the
It's like a
canary was
saying in it, so that's like your fucking that's your tester.
red flag, kind of.
Yeah.
So if the canary, so you've literally bought a cat,
I didn't buy it. Helen bought it for his birthday.
right?
She
So
called it Pineapple Paulina because he's
Pineapple
a very
Paulina.
flamboyant child.
He is a flamboyant kid, isn't he? He's going to be a gay serial killer.
Definitely sticking his willy between his legs and dancing.
Over a dead body, covered in blood. Just like,
You're so pretty.
have you ever seen any man be this comfortable with the fact his son's going to be a gay serial killer?
I mean,
Look, you can be whatever you want to be, son.
honest to God, I've got no problem with him being a gay serial killer. Though.
Not even the serial killer bit.
If it makes him happy. You just want your kids to be happy, don't you?
You do, yeah.
I want him to be like Dexter, though. If he is a serial killer, I want to like try and fuck.
Is that why you've bought the cat? So if he
Send
kills
him
it, you can
down.
have that chat with him.
Yeah, that can be like, listen, only kill nonsense.
Right. Just nonsense.
Just not, well, I mean, we can branch out. Just start with nonsense. Start with nonsense and then just like fucking
A
expand.
non-starter.
A non-starter.
Oh, Carl's off fucking up, buddy.
Fucking dropping bars over there. Fucking don't flop. Would you do that though? Like if he kills the cat, genuinely interested there. So let's say in a couple of weeks, like Helen's being in the fucking shower or whatever, and she's left Alex downstairs.
Yeah.
Right. She comes down and the cat's just fucking gone.
Yeah.
And he's just there and he's going, Mum, I don't know. I just, I was just
He's just dragging
I was
it around
watching
by
some
his
gay
head.
porn and then I came back, Mum, and the cat was
He
just
wouldn't be
dead.
watching gay porn
Why?
because we've got blocks on it.
If he's as fucking clever and psycho as you think he is, then he knows your password.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So he's like, Mum, I was just watching the video of the naked men, and then I've come in and the cat's all sad, and he doesn't want to move because obviously he knows he's killed it, but he's trying to fucking blend it, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's like, I thought the cat's fucked. Like, what would... So Helen rings you, and she's like,
Just killed the cat.
come round to ours, the cat's dead. Alex says, like, the cat was just feeling sick, and it jumped off the couch 9 times, and now it's dead. And I want you to come and have a word with Alex. So you're going to sit... I'll be Alex. It's role play.
Okay.
Daddy, Daddy. The cat is all sick. Pineapple Princess, what's
He
his name?
speaks a lot better than you.
Does he, yeah? Daddy,
I mean,
the cat has
his tone,
died.
just his vocabulary.
Father. The pussycat has passed into the other realm. I didn't do it. I was watching Thomas the Wank Engine.
You've had that lined up.
He's fucking made up.
I can
He's
see
made up.
this whole thing was just to get Thomas the Wank Engine in there.
Daddy,
You watched Thomas the Wank Engine last night.
I was watching Thomas the Wank Engine. And I come back. And what's the cat's name?
Pineapple Paulina.
Pineapple Paulina has taken ill and has passed into another realm. I'm very sorry, Dad. I would have
Why is
saved...
he a fucking robot?
Because you said he talks like a gobshite.
Not a robot, though.
So, I'll tell you what then. You tell me what he talks like and then I'll mimic it. I'm good at impressions.
I can't do him. He kind of... He still... You go like, I'm going to tell you something. And you go, what? And you go, and then he'll just tell you something about like Nintendo Switch. But I can't do his voice.
Okay.
I'm going to shove
So,
that mic up your arse.
So, right. The cat's dead and I'm Alex and you've got to talk to me. So, I'll
All right. So, Al,
Ow. Like he's a fucking 40-year-old painting the decorator.
did you kill the cat?
No. I was watching Thomas the Wank Engine, Daddy. Didn't you hear me?
And I go, is that a fib?
No.
And then he'd go, yeah. And I'd go, okay.
No, I was
And then
watching...
I'd look at Helen and she'd be like, and I'd be like, okay, well,
So, Daddy...
why did you kill the cat?
Don't tell Mummy.
He would
just-
whisper that. He'd be like, shh, don't tell.
Don't tell Mummy. I felt its neck break. And it gave me good feelings, Daddy. Like when we watch Peppa Pig together.
Horrifying. He's getting into this too. I reckon he's a psychopath.
Oh, 100.
100% by
We'll
the
get
way.
back to that.
I mean,
I felt it break. If it gave me feelings, Daddy. Can
feel
I do
like-
it again?
I feel like I'm talking to you and not like a character now.
Can I do it again?
Have you killed a cat?
No.
Are you sure?
Lad, all of his fantasies, all of them, end with murder-suicide. Lad, yeah, it'd be like... You know, like the question,
what?
if you won the lottery, what would you do? You win 100 mil. I'd kill everyone and kill myself. And that's not it. One of them
Why
was...
do you need 100 mil to do that?
He's being hyperbolous.
No, one of them was, if you could go back to any era for a day, what would you do? And he went,
But there's no consequences. So you go back and whatever you do, it's
Like,
just...
Grant, so if you kill yourself, you're just going to be back here, Sam.
Yeah.
So you're not dead.
for a year.
But also the people, like if you kill people there, they're not dead. You come back and they're still here.
Oh, so it's just GTA. but
Yeah,
Sam.
it's GTA, but like if you die, you're just going to come out the hospital and everyone's going to be back again.
So his
Yeah,
year...
I reckon I'd fucking take a few people out.
Yes, lad! Serial killer psycho club over
feel what it
here.
feels like.
His year was killing people all year and then killing himself on New Year's Eve.
How would you kill yourself?
Empire State Building, Superman. That's genuine.
Nah, that's a bad way to go, that, you know.
Oh, we've had this chat a fucking 1,000 times. It isn't. It's the best way to go.
How is it?
Because you're like a fucking superhero. New York City.
Nah, a superhero flies, you're dropping.
A superhero who's hungover.
Would you try and land in like that fucking, with like, in like a kneel?
No, because then imagine if you survived.
Don't reckon you're surviving that. Anyway, you're a fucking puddle.
Stranger things have happened.
Have they?
If you were going to kill yourself, how would you do it?
Like genuinely kill myself and not come back?
Yeah. Yeah.
I reckon like...
What's the alternative? Kill yourself for a week?
No, but like in your thingy, you could kill yourself and then you'd just be back here.
Is this the
Oh, yeah, okay, well, we'll do both. So, like, in my one, so you've gone on a fucking murder spree for a year, GTA style, but you've got away with it. And now you're like, right, it's New Year's Eve, got to kill myself. You've got to. How are you doing it?
Is this the mental health section?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'd either do the fucking classic fucking bathtub of 37 degrees. Fuck.
What a grim way to go.
Doesn't hurt though. You just go to sleep.
It's not going to hurt if you jump off the Empire State Building. You're going to be dead on impact.
It's going to hurt.
You'd probably be dead before you hit the floor.
You have what? A heart attack?
Suffocate?
I don't want to die of a heart attack.
You suffocate, don't you?
You suffocate?
You can't breathe.
Why can't you?
Got a mask on. Still got to be COVID compliant with your suicide, lad.
COVID, innit?
Or I'd have a fucking hang wank. See what it felt like.
An asphyxie wank.
Yeah.
And it would be a good way to go. Have you ever done one of them?
Imagine that was the best cum you'd ever had though. Like fucking, oh.
I've never, no.
I've been choked a little bit and it's not bad.
Why you'd have a wank?
What? No, while I've been having sex.
Oh, yeah, no, that's normal, but I mean, why not?
You're quite a submissive sex man, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're like getting fucking battered.
Battered though. Not battered. No, I'm not really into pain that much.
No, but you're like being abused, like
Coming around to the
emotionally.
idea, yeah, I like being spoken to in a very derogatory way.
Do you? Yeah. See, that's like most girls are like that, I find. Like most girls, even when they're like all confident and like demanding in real life, like fucking pick that up, put the toilet seat down, they want to be fucking donkey punching that, do you know what I mean?
Like, shut up, you little fucking slut.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They love it though. Like a lot of them really do. And it's like, it's such a gear change at times when you like, you've been on like a really cute date with a girl and you've been for a couple of cocktails. She's like, yeah, no, I'm really close to my mom. And, you know, my dad's a little bit distant. My sister's like my best mate. And, you know, I've got a couple of cousins I'm really close with. Yeah, just, no, I like reading a lot. And like,
Is this Jade?
No, it's not. It's not. And Nan watches this podcast. I'm just really wholesome. And then you get in the fucking bedroom and they're putting fucking shin pads on and that and fucking head guards. And they're like, let's go! It's time! But it's so like such a gear change. And it takes a while to get used to that. I'm used to it now though. Yeah. But you like sort of...
Yeah, I'm the other
like
way.
getting told off.
I like to do this. I can switch me, so I can be dominant as well.
Yeah,
I do enjoy that.
Yeah,
but I've discovered the whole. I've always been like that, and I've discovered the new submissive side.
Yeah,
in the last couple of years, and I'm like, oof.
Yeah, I seen you talk about it on stage the other day.
Yeah,
that you're like getting fucking told off like you're a naughty little child.
Yeah. I'm saving all that for my show.
That comes with success,
2021.
Wow,
that comes with like success. Like lawyers and shit love that, don't they?
All lawyers.
No, but like high-powered people, like fucking
they do. All
district attorneys and all that.
That's why all the fucking politicians get led around like the fucking dogs and that.
Yeah, and they're like all fucking
and all that shit.
See, I like sort of like I really like being in control, but I also like having absolutely no control.
Yeah.
So like being like not in like a I don't want to get fucking mothered and beat up like you and fucking naughty boy put a dummy in. I don't want that shit, right? You defo let your bird feed you the bottle.
Oh, nah, breastfed, defo.
What about breastfed that's been put into a bottle in the fridge? As long as it's come from a tit, is that okay?
That's right, like.
Come here, Paul.
Breast milk's lovely. You ever had breast milk?
No.
I've had breast milk on multiple occasions.
No, I know like you did a fucking put it on your arm and lick it off and that. Like
I've
to make sure it's the right temperature.
Tit, no.
But if you had like a glass of breast milk, like I would have a fucking glass of milk.
Nah, because it's hard to get that much out, innit?
So you have like a shot of it?
I'd have a shot of it. I've actually had breast milk out of a shot glass.
What are you nodding for?
Why is that bad?
It's dead nice. It's dead.
Whose tit?
I don't want to say because a fella got very angry about it, but you know her.
A fella?
Yeah. And I didn't instigate it. She just went, do you want to try my breast milk? And I went, yeah. And she put it into a shot glass.
I know who it is!
But you can't say because the fella got very angry. Rightly so. Now that once I looked at it from his point of view, I was like, yeah, that's probably not right, that is it?
No, it probably isn't. Like, if you come here today and I was like, by the way, lad, good to see you and that. We'll do the podcast in a minute. Your bird's breast milk is fucking lovely.
Do you reckon that's the same as like giving a
But
bird?
I didn't ask for it, do you know what I mean?
Is it the same as giving a bird like a shot of cum?
No,
Nah.
because they have come as well, don't they?
No, but I mean like taste this.
Taste this.
Like, would your bird get angry? I mean,
Yeah. If your bear come and went, Paul Smith's cum's lovely, you know.
but I mean,
I
do you reckon
reckon.
that's on par with breast milk?
No, I reckon it's worse.
Breast
I
milk
reckon.
worse?
No, because breast milk isn't. Like,
Not sexual breast milk, is it?
it can be. It is for you, let's be honest. But, like, it can be. But cum definitely
when
is.
I tried
That's
that
the
breast
difference.
milk, I wasn't licking it going, I like getting hard on it, and that wasn't a sexual thing. That wasn't like, it's not like, if I come near breast milk, I'm going to get fucking turned on. Within the role play.
Yeah. Yeah. So
With a person I'm comfortable
So
with.
breast milk isn't necessarily sexual, whereas do you want a shot of cum?
I mean, you're like 2 for a $5.
2 for a $5, like it's Sambuca on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I'd want more of a $5 to give someone me cum, like 2 shots of me cum.
Yeah, because
Shot glasses.
Yeah, you're doing well to get a shot glass.
Yeah.
2 shot glasses anyway. Look at his face.
2 wanks
He
at least.
thinks he comes like a fucking bucket, you know.
Look at him. Do though, don't they? Like, you know when you're watching a porno and they're like fucking the cum to some and you're like,
I don't want to turn this podcast into
You
like
don't.
filth, but I come at least 2 shot glasses, like at least 50 mil.
50 mil.
You don't. Thank you, Paul. You fucking don't.
That's bollocks.
I do.
The average is 5 mil.
No,
The
No, it
average
is
5
You
mil.
just think it's more.
it is in fact. Like I'm telling you
don't
right
come.
now.
You might come more than that, but you don't come 10 times more than the average person. That's fucking
50 mil.
Fucking Jay from the in-between is here. I come a pint.
No,
At least 2 pints.
it's not a fucking good thing. Is it? I'm
drowned
not
the
saying it's a
bird once.
fucking.
Think about a double shot glass full of water and then pour it out. You think you come that much?
I mean, it's thicker than water, but yeah.
It's more. It's viscous actually.
What's viscous?
Viscosity is the thickness of liquid.
Viscosity. That sounds like a biscuit.
That's why it comes.
Viscosity.
I think I'm biscotti.
Viscosity.
It feels like I jizz at least a double shot.
You don't. You fucking
You
don't.
don't. And I reckon we need to test this.
Bring a sample in. Next one.
Yeah.
Next episode.
Both of you go to bog and I'll
No,
fucking...
because he's a cheating cunt and he'll do anything to win. And he'd sit there for a week
10
having
wanks.
fucking 10 wanks
Yeah.
to get to 50 mil and be like, I fucking told you, just whack that out before.
Well, go to the toilet now. Give me an hour and a half and come back.
Why is
An
it
hour and a half.
I like to treat myself well. Like turn myself on. Do you ever do that?
Oh, mate, have you got a fucking, have you got, ever had one of those, like, not like a flashlight?
Yeah.
You got
I
one?
haven't, no.
Mate.
Have you got one, yeah?
Mate, I've got 4.
Why?
Just the different shapes.
The different shapes.
I've got a travel one.
So you've got like 4 birds and you're like, which...
Travel one.
Train.
Like
a smaller hairdryer.
Yes, like,
It's got less settings on.
yeah, because they're big, aren't they? They're like fucking about that's big. So like you don't want to stick that in your bag, do you know what I mean? So this one's just like a little, and you can turn it inside out, and it's got like different, like each, like if you turn it inside out, it's like different like tightnesses and that, different like sensations. They're fucking great.
Yeah, but
So good.
how would you empty it though?
Because with that one, you just turn out and wash it. But the fleshlights, man, the fleshlights go to another level because you get like a warming rod with that, so you make it warm and shit like that. Proper feels like a fanny. It's fucking mad.
It proper feels like a fanny.
Yeah.
Does it have like a setting where it like
Material,
lubes
I don't know
itself?
what the fuck it's made out of, but the material they use feels like skin. It's called like fucking.
Imagine if you found that it was.
Yeah,
It was actual skin.
They're all signed by porn stars. It's like the shape on the porn stars fanny.
Can you get your favourite porn star?
Mate, you can make your own dick, and get, like you can get like a fucking
Here we go.
just stick a fucking pint of milk on the bottom of it.
Doesn't it look weird though?
Yeah, I got one the other day, because we did a little love honey shop, right? And it's called it's called the thrust, and it's not like it's like a suction one. So like the edges like squeeze in, It makes a weird noise.
What kind
Like
of
the sound, like it's something you
fucking
do.
monster of a bird can squeeze your dick while it's
Mate,
in a fanny?
like, oh, mate, it's like fuck. Like snake sucks your balls
You
out.
have to be doing fucking Kegel exercises for that, like, wouldn't you?
Yeah, killer. It's great.
Like a fucking vice.
Yeah, you can't use that one very often because it's like,
Oh, it's too good.
yeah.
I always wondered.
A little
this.
prostate massager as well.
A prostate massager.
It's
Do you mean a fucking strap on that you put up your ass?
Nah, it's like about that big, right? And it's got a little bit that comes up here and it just goes in and it's like ridge like that and it just sits in your bum.
And do you
And
do
you're
this when you're on
wanking-
your own?
When you're wanking, like you're tense and like, ooh.
I'll just sit down.
What?
See,
Is
I've
that
got
what you
IBS.
like
I'd be worried about shitting all over the bed.
He is anyway. You are with not.
I'd have to do that, right? Like
that? With
like
a plastic
15
sheet
minutes
now?
after a poo.
Yeah.
So that I know I'm empty. Do you know what I mean?
in the bath.
Yeah. In the bath. I'd have a bath wank. But you can't have a wank in the bath. It'd have to be an empty bath.
You can with one of them. The waterproof and that. Better.
Yeah, but like, have you ever come in the bath
No, you come
and
inside
you just see
them,
a
don't
fucking... What?
You come inside the thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good point actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get them with the flashlight. You can get a sucker that goes on the wall for the shower, so you can shag it in the shower.
God.
Oh shit! Oh, I thought I
Don't
was
feel
always like,
really weird that you're shagging a
You
wall.
know what? When I was gonna get the first one, I was like, I'll have a go. And I thought it is a bit weird, and I don't know why I think there's a stigma attached because fucking every bird's got a vibrator and fucking multiple dicks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty much all of them now, and I feel like there's like
Yeah, do you know what? I think it's time actually because we talk about a lot of serious stuff on this podcast, and it's nice that you've brought it to
Yeah,
here.
I
It's
think
time
there's
to
a
talk about
stigma.
female privilege and the fact that they get away with fucking murder. Do you know how hard it is to suck dick to the way to the top when you're a man? It's very difficult to get yourself off. Very difficult. You need extreme porn. Like the porn I watch is fucking grim, and I need it because if I watch normal porn now, I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this? I've got better
Sensitised.
imagination. Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Really?
Women have got it fucking too easy, and they've had it too easy for fucking too long.
What's your genuine? Like you talking about weird porn. What is it?
It depends. I've said this to Dan before. It's worse when I'm hungover. When I'm hungover,
Everyone's this. It's bad.
I watch like midgets get pissed on and everything when I'm hungover.
You like that?
No. As soon as I come, I have to put my phone in another
I go
room.
to dead ugly birds.
Yeah, because they
Dead
feel gettable,
ugly,
don't they?
Ugly like council estate.
Yeah, I've
Getting shagged
searched.
in a fucking bush.
I've
fucking
searched ugly
horrible
slut
shit.
before. Ugly slut porn up.
Yeah.
You mark them up.
Yeah.
Mama like that. Mama like that.
Yeah. Why do you? What do you watch? Because you present this sort of I'm all wholesome, I'm calm,
Yeah,
I'm dead
Carl's
cool
a
and
fucking
sound.
bad
I reckon
fridge.
you watch
Carl
some
acts
grim
like a bad
stuff.
fridge,
Free
I think.
range.
Free range.
Yeah.
What
Or like
chickens
in
and
the
that?
field.
Go out in the field. Gotta have space.
Organic.
Yeah.
Organic
They're gonna
porn.
have space to move and run away if they want.
Run away.
What? Do you have to catch them now?
Yeah. No,
Like a
but like,
Pokemon.
I don't. Midgets getting pissed on isn't sexy, and porn.
It
has
is
to,
though.
It's not.
No, it is though because it's
Right,
running.
then,
in
if
it.
you saw a midget getting
I don't
pissed
think it's
on
the actual
outside,
because every time I tell someone about I have this thing like I think sometimes, especially when you're hungover, you're just turned on by the thing that you shouldn't be turned on.
Yeah.
Like midgets getting pissed on, and then once because if he come out and was like, you know what, I'm really into midgets getting pissed on, and a midget came to him and went, he'd probably be like, I'm not really into this now
Yeah.
because it's
So
accepted.
I don't want to piss on a midget.
no, but if you went outside and Paul was pissing on Tanya Lee Davis, would you get about? Would you get a boner?
Depends how much I drank the night before.
And then he throws 6 pints of cum on her.
Nah, it wouldn't do it for me, because that's double ginger and that just doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went out with a bird once. Oh, mate, one of the worst dates I've ever had.
Hang on, can we just? I want to hear this story. But he's fucking. Did you see him fucking dodge that fucking spin ball that I sent him?
he's
What
not
do
gonna
you
answer.
watch?
I'm proper. I'm quite vanilla when it comes to it.
I don't believe you.
I reckon he
No,
is,
I
you know.
honestly.
No, I reckon he's a fucking sociopath, you know.
I don't
See the way
know.
he calls
I
me a
think-
psychopath? I admit it out loud, so I can't be a psychopath.
because
He keeps
the
it
thing
all
about-
in.
There's a reason why Carl has no real. Carl's probably the funniest person here, and yet he has no desire or want or need to be on stage doing stand up, making a fucking show of himself, being a prick. Because
I think if he
me and you
knew.
have got mental health problems that
No.
he hasn't got.
No. I think if he knew for sure that he could have a good gig, he'd absolutely get on stage. All he's worried about is going on stage, it not going well, and him being, You know, Carl, who used to work at Hot Water, he fucking sucked a bag of dicks. That's all he's at. He'd absolutely get on stage. Are you having a laugh?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I must be wrong.
It's a bit of both. You're not
Yeah.
wrong, but you're not wrong either.
I remember when we were in the Mayflower ones. I think you were there, or Alfie Brown was there. No, you weren't there. Alfie Brown was there, and Milo McCabe. We'd had this heavy night out, and it's very, very hard to rattle him or put him on his toes or say, do you know what I'm about to say? So it's very hard for him to be like, just put out. He normally just, shut up, you fucking knob. And he was like, he said something to me, like, because obviously we have such a good relationship and a dynamic that when we're in the green room, I'm fucking chatting shit with you and Billy Big Bollocks, and it only takes him to come in. When he was show managing at Hot Water, he'd come in and just be like, you dickhead, and he'd say something and it just puts me in my place. And I've never got him back until this night. And he said in front of Alfie and Troy, yeah, but you need all the attention, don't you? You need to be on stage getting all that love and affection. I don't need that. And I was like, yeah, because you get all your ego boost from comedians thinking you sound.
Yeah.
And I've never seen him. He went white and he was like... That's all he needs from life is people who are professionally funny going, he's all right, him.
Yeah.
He's funny. Like when you said he's the funniest person in this room, then I'm guaranteeing you he twinged a bit in his pants.
Yeah.
100%.
Maybe that's what he has a wankover.
I reckon he does.
I mean, this is recorded, so.
That's why the edit always takes fucking days, even though it's only actually an hour and a half. He's just fucking spaffing to the podcast whenever we're talking about how sad he is. I do reckon he watches some fucked up shit. He just doesn't want to admit it, though.
I think everyone does.
Honestly, I don't.
What's the worst thing you've ever watched? And not by accident?
I don't know.
There must have been one day where you just had a grim...
No, honestly, I don't. It's not.
I'd have so much more
what you
respect
search
for you.
for, like romantic?
No. I don't search for romance.
What's your search for then?
Valentine's Day in a hotel.
Yeah.
No, because you know I ate that.
Do you not
What,
even,
Valentine's
you don't even
Day?
whack a bit of fucking
I ate
teen?
Valentine's Day, yeah.
You never even put like babysitter, braces.
Oh, braces.
Oh, that's a bit grim, that. That's dead noncy.
Babysitter's normal because it's like taboo, innit?
They're all 18, it says at the start of the video.
Yeah, but they say that.
It says at the start of the video.
It wasn't me that right.
Yeah, but like, you must have said something. Come on, we're all mates here. It's only us three, yeah? No one else listening.
I don't, honestly, I'm dead vanilla and normal and boring. I've got favourite actresses.
Who's your favourite? You can't say that and then not offer one up. Go on.
I don't know. I've got a favourite. I've got many.
Go
like
on.
15.
Go on, start listing.
My favourite actress is Tracy from Coronation Street.
We don't know her. I think mine's Anna Kendrick from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, she's fit.
She's no
great.
porn star.
What?
Why are you still talking about porn?
Oh,
Say
porn
fucking-
actresses.
It's always on his mind, you know.
Oh, nah, that can't be asked.
Oh, no.
Watching professionals do porn.
Hang on,
Yeah,
did
Oh,
you
do you
think-
watch all the amateur stuff?
Yeah.
Did you think I thought I was searching like fucking Margot Robbie on Pornhub?
Yeah.
And open for... No, that's weird, isn't it?
No,
No, I
but
just thought like you were like fucking old school looking at a fucking poster.
no, he's got like he's got like favourite porn stars. He's got like fucking Lisa Ann and
Like
fucking
Jenna
Tara.
Jameson or whatever the
Lisa
fuck.
Ann's horrible. Jen Jameson's like dead as well.
Is she dead?
Well, you start to get a video.
He fucking loves the buttons, doesn't he? So who's your favourite? Come on, just give us one that you really like. See how nervous he is. I fucking love it when I get him, you know.
I'm trying to think of one.
Just think of one name.
I
Nicole.
reckon he's told his bed he doesn't watch porn, you know.
Nicole Aniston.
Nicole what?
Aniston.
Nicole Aniston. Is that Jennifer's sister, yeah?
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston.
That was just shit.
So you're into amateur?
I love amateur porn. I don't watch I don't
I
like when the
like
production
it when-
value's too high.
Yeah, well, I like it when it's
I like when it's filmed
professional.
on a fucking phone.
I like it when it's professional, but it looks like they're trying to make it amateur.
I know what you mean.
Nah.
Too amateur when there's someone's fucking got his fucking
I
little
don't mind a bit
parky
of fake
hand and it's...
taxi or something. Where they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I've got a camera.
That's
and
what I
she's
mean.
Like, have you? You're like,
Got nothing on.
There's so many people in your taxi who haven't got the fare. It's fucking weird.
Oh, I think we should give our listeners a break and have a little advert, and then we'll come back.
In a moment, guys.
What's happening, guys? Today's sponsor is beer52.com. They are the UK's #1 craft beer discovery club.
And they've teamed up with us to give our listeners a free case of beer.
That means you get 8 free beers, an award-winning beer magazine, and a tasty snack as your first free order.
And it's free, you pay nothing, you just pay the £5.95 postage and packaging.
You'll then be a member of their Craft Beer Discovery Club, and they send you a different theme of beers every month. Past themes have been the beers of Belgium, the beers of Korea, California, all over the world. Every month, a new theme, and they're always a belter.
You'll find craft beers that you'll never find on your own, and also you can pause your membership at any time.
So do us a favour, support the podcast, support our sponsors, go to beer52.com/word. That's BEER52.com/WORD.
Every time you sign up, we get a little bit of money, so you get your free beers. There's a little bit of money to support the podcast. It's win-win. I'm a member. I love it.
Let's get back to the podcast. We'll go and get some beers. Pause it here. Go and get some beers.
B52.
So, we didn't really cover too much. Because obviously, for those who've been listening for a while, you'll know Paul was the very first guest that we ever brought in.
Yeah.
The Have a Word Studio.
Spot on the couch.
Spot over there.
It was fun.
It was dead good.
Talked about DMT.
Talked about DMT. Your fucking mind getting melted. But we never really talked about, like, we've had quite a fucking... We've been really good mates, like best mates for like... Sorry, Carl. For like 10 years.
Well, we can all be best mates, can't we?
We can. No, we're best mates.
Exclusionary
We're
term.
best mates. Don't look how upset he is.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a second best mate.
Yeah.
Dog.
We're done.
I said you're a dog.
I'm a dog. I'm cheating on you with Paul.
Yeah.
All the time you were in Japan, he was in mine. Cuddling me.
That's fine as long as it wasn't ours.
We were both in yours.
I told him in detail. We would know we were in Paul's, but your ma was there as well. We've had quite the decade. I was trying to think of the stories that I didn't really cover on the last one. Cause
we met because you'd done the gig at Hot Water.
My first ever gig was at Hot Water. I've still got an image in my head of me. I was dead nervous, and I went to the bar because I'd been there a few times before, but I'd never sort of spoke to you.
Yeah.
Like I went to like 3 gigs before I did the gig. And I was just in the audience or whatever. And then I've just got this image burned in my head. You keep yourself together now, but you're a fucking scruffy twat back then, do you know what I mean? You're at the bar with your fucking hair all over the gaff like this. Your fucking dead granddad's jacket on someone else's shirt. Fucking flared jeans and a pair of Converse.
At that point, I was on £50 a week, and I used to spend £50 a week on a Sunday night. I was fucking skip, mate.
Oh, and I've just got this image burned in my head. I went to the bar to get myself a beer or something, and I just turned to me right, and you just went to me. Just got it burnt into my head. Yeah. You're like, all right, mate, you're on tonight, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. And then the rest is history. And now we're here. I've lived in your house, 2 of them, for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was that. I think that's how we got close though, because we knew each other, but like you just put a thing on Facebook, didn't you, saying, "Oh, I'm struggling a little bit, need somewhere to stay," and I just
can't really remember.
Yeah, I messaged you going,
a lot of shit.
You can stay in mine for a little bit. Little did they know you'd be there for fucking like 4 months.
It wasn't 4 months.
3 months. 4 months. It was.
It wasn't.
It was. And my missus was fucking pregnant.
No.
It was.
It wasn't. It was like a week or something.
Nah, it was fucking ages.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was ages, yeah.
It can't have been 4 months.
Fucking ages.
When was this?
And you're a scruffy twat.
I am a scruffy twat. Well, I used to be. My house is spotless now.
Thanks to who?
What?
Thanks to
Carl. Carl come clean it the other day.
You're fucking weird, you know.
Sound, you mean?
He's dead sound. I just walked around the house pretending to do stuff and let him finish it all. You know what I mean?
Fucking sound, me, you know.
Up a Monica, aren't you?
Oh, I'm smelling a bit, me. I didn't put any boat spray on. It wasn't 4 months. It can't have been. When like are you talking? Are you talking about when my dad went fucking round the twist and I had to come to yours?
No, the first.
Because that wasn't very long, was it?
No,
because me and you got pissed and come back and your bed was like, he needs to fucking go.
The first time, it was when she was pregnant with George. We were in Bertree.
Yeah, in Canny Farm.
And Dovey, yeah.
Dovey Canny Farm, way. Yeah.
Yeah, you stayed there for a few months then.
Did I? Why don't I fucking remember any of that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very grateful. I remember you had a fucking thing on the wall in the kitchen where it was like how many sugars people have in the tea, and I remember it felt like a big moment when I was added to the list. Because it was you, Helen, your ma, dad, and then Adam.
Because in that street, all their family lived in the street, didn't they? And everyone used to just pot around.
Yeah. And then best man at your wedding. That was funny as fuck. If anyone hasn't seen it, by the way, a couple of weeks ago, me and Paul ended up on stage together at Hot Water.
Wedding number 1, by the way.
Wedding number 1 of 3. Second one's coming up. Sure, you're looking forward to that. Yeah, that was a funny day. That a very, very
I
funny
can't
day.
really remember it.
I'm not
I
surprised.
can remember being there and you getting the Lagavulin out, and then
Yeah, so
I can't remember the speeches.
Well, me and Paul Blair, who owns Hot Water Comedy Club, we were co-best men.
Yeah.
We've mentioned Paul Blair so many times in this podcast, and his full title is always Paul Blair, who owns Hot Water Comedy Club. We were co-best men. And I brought a bottle of Lagavulin 16, which is like my favourite whiskey, and we're all whiskey and beer drinkers. And I remember I filled a hip flask full of it, and we were stood at the fucking altar waiting for your bird to come, and we were just sip passing it. And then after that was done, I went and got the rest of the bottle because we were staying in the hotel that the wedding was in, and we drank that full bottle of whiskey before the food came out. Yeah. I think that's where the day started to go off the fucking rails, to be honest with you.
That was, I mean, in retrospect, that was really bad best manning, wasn't it?
Well,
you're meant to keep me on the rails at that point. Like, if Carl was your best man, Carl, imagine how good of a best. I might make him my next best man.
Hang on a minute. Are you fucking retarded?
He would, though.
Oh, when it comes to like the wedding and making shit happen, yeah. But I'd ruin your fucking life. But it wouldn't be on the wedding day.
On the stag, he'd kill you.
Yeah. But when it comes to the wedding, I'd be fucking boss. He's right.
Oh, okay. I never thought that. I thought you'd be trying to ruin the day.
No.
See, that's not convincing, is it? No, me!
That reflects on me, doesn't it?
Are you saying that your marriage going downhill was my fault?
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome. About time you got rid of that one, lad. But yeah, we were a bit fucked. But you can't ask me and Paul Blair to be your best men.
No, but fucking Paul Blair's a sneaky cunt, because Paul Blair, for 99% of the time, is a fucking the most sensible cunt on the planet. Like, he is, though. Like, you bring him now and have a conversation with him. He's fucking dead level-headed. And
how much
he lulls you into a false sense of security because you forget how much of a fucking idiot he is.
And how much alcohol does it take for that to all go down the toilet?
It's only 2 pints. Like,
it's not even 2 pints, is it? He needs to be within a 3-mile radius of a beer pump. And then he's a fucking absolute lunatic. Yeah. I've never met anyone who can drink like Paul Blair. No. Is he older than you?
Nah.
No, he's younger than you.
34. So.
But like, I've never known it. Like, if I drink heavily now, 2 days are gone. It's a write-off for 2 days. He, to this day, if you drink with him till 6 o'clock in the morning, you will wake up at 10 a.m. to a text off him going, "We're getting back on it. Yeah. We're getting back on it. Wetherspoons is open."
Then he's fucked, isn't he? He doesn't process it.
Yeah.
So he's fucked after that.
Sends a fucking rap battle with strangers in the street.
Yeah. Start trying to fight with people.
See, you're laughing because you know it sounds like bullshit, doesn't it? That sounds like I'm just being like, "Oh, he's rap." He literally stops people in the street and just starts rhyming at them.
Just goes, "Yo," and he expects them to start fucking dropping beats in that. You're looking at him going, "Paul, stop it." He's like some fucking old woman doing a shopping in there. It's like, "Yo,
someone's just
you're old."
Caught last orders at Tesco, and he's like, "Listen, stupid old bitch, I'll follow you, kick you in a ditch." And then buzzes off himself for 5 minutes.
He always does that, doesn't he?
He's his own hype man. And we're all just stood there going, "Lad, we're trying to get into fucking Pop World here. Will you fucking chill out?"
He's off his fucking head.
But yeah, so your wedding day, the
stag was the worst. The fucking stag was grim. This next stag better be fucking better. Oh. This next stag will be good, I think.
Well, your next stag's Ibiza.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fucking heavy.
No fucking about on this one.
We went.
He did not plan a fucking thing on that last stag.
He did, but he thought Oktoberfest was a fucking gazebo outside Primark.
Them pants. Do you remember the pants?
Yeah, and he thought there was. He bought me right. His fucking. I think that was his only fucking pre-planned fucking thing, like to make me look stupid. He thought there was like a fucking big water park, right? And he bought me like the dissolving fucking thing, and I knew he'd done
a big water park.
I mentioned them to him.
Did you just say there was a big water park?
No, that's what he thought.
It was a fucking paddling pool 3 miles out of the city centre.
Yeah, what he thought was 73 kilometres away. And he was like, "We'll just get taxis." And I was like, "We won't." And he was like, "Oh," and he was like, fuming, and I knew it was that because he was like, "Now we'll just go this," and he found like a fucking like Scotch bar and bats or something. And he's going, "Let's go here." And I was like, "Why? You can't. There's not even a bar." And he's like, "Yeah, it'd be funny.
We need to contextualise this a little bit for the listeners. So we went to Berlin. For Paul Smith's first stag. They were going to Ibiza next year, which is going to be amazing. And you are expecting Ibiza to be less insane than Berlin Monday to Wednesday.
There's activities planned, so it'll be fun. It'll be good.
It'll be fantastic.
We went to Berlin on a Monday.
Yeah, but it was during Oktoberfest week. That was the plan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oktoberfest.
I'd asked to go to Munich, by the way, which is where Oktoberfest is.
No, but there's also an Oktoberfest about 50 miles outside of the city, or 50 kilometers outside the city centre of Berlin. But Paul Blair he was like, oh, that one's dead expensive, that. But there is an Oktoberfest in the city centre. There was a fucking gazebo outside
the Christmas
Primark.
market. That's what it was.
It was the Christmas market, but they'd put a few extra tents up.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And we
didn't want us there at all, did they?
They absolutely, everyone in Berlin hated every single one of us.
Yeah.
It was fucking mental. And then I'm gonna have to put the picture in the middle of this podcast, the most iconic photo of all time. So on day 3, was it, or day 2 of the stag, we wake up at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and there's text from Paul Blair and Davey Ash, who's another comedian,
fucking another pain in the ass.
Yeah, but them two together is like, it's like Mentos and Diet Coke, and it's just fucking like looking at both of them, you're like, oh, that looks dead nice, and that looks dead nice. Way, it's fucking ridiculous. So they were already out drinking at like fucking 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's fucking stag do. Let's get on it. And we were all like, me and Carl, everyone was drinking Steins, which I fucking hate because the second half of a Stein is grim. So we were drinking pints.
You're a bit of a fucking pussy with lager, though.
What?
I've never seen you have a pint without a topping. Am I wrong, Carl?
You are wrong, yeah.
I'm
not wrong there, am I?
It's a shandy top.
I
I
can't remember the last time I had a top.
Mate, I got you a top about 2 weeks ago. So
you fucking didn't.
I fucking did.
You didn't?
I fucking did.
You fucking didn't?
I did.
You didn't?
I did.
That was mine, now.
He's the pussy over there. I'm a fucking absolute machine with me.
Nah, you're right on bottles.
No, I'm
you don't drink pints, though.
I do.
I'm shit on pints. I can drink 2 bottles of rum and walk home. But if I drink 2 pints, I'm not walking home. It's weird. Beer fucks me.
But like, I don't like Steins because the second half is just warm. So I'd rather have 2 pints and drink it as fast as you drink your Stein. Do you know what I mean? It's just better.
Yeah.
Steins are a novelty. You don't have one Stein. Whereas Paul Blair's like, no, Steins at 9 in the morning until 5, and then we're on the vodka. And he was fucked by like midday, weren't he?
Yeah.
And we're walking around Berlin on a fucking Tuesday afternoon. It was pissing down and everything. Trying to find bars to let us in. And then Davey Ash, who is the other liability. And we love both of these, by the way. We're not slagging them off. Well, we are, but in a friendly way. I remember Davey going round to the whole stag. He was going, fiver. Gives a fiver.
That fucking pint he got.
Yeah. He took a fiver off fucking like 22 of us, however many there was there. And he come back from the bar. He went, right, lad. He's got it down. And he'd gone to the bar and said, I want one of every shot until this glass is full.
Top shelf, and what it was a pint with every fucking spirit in the bar in.
But
it had like down that, and I just went, no.
It had like expensive whiskey, and then aftershock, and then apple sours, and then a fucking good rum, and it looked grim. And he's like, "You've got to down it." At one point, I don't know whether you know this, he said, "Let's throw him in the dock."
He said, and I heard him, and I was like, "Lad, why? If you throw, it was ships in it."
You said there's ships in it,
and I was like, "You throw me in there, I'm dead." And he's like, yeah, there's fucking laughter in it. And I was like, that's what Davey's problem is. He goes from being, like, when he's sober, he's fucking all namaste and that, and he's like fucking hard.
Yeah, like, he's dead gentle and like lovely, do anything for you.
He's just like, oh, let's fucking kill someone's nan. I'll be dead when you own it, let's kill someone's nan. It's fucking off his head.
So we're in this like shit bar, like by the dock, because it was the only place that was like serving that would let us all in. And then as we're leaving, we went to another place, and then Paul and Davey were drunk, and Paul was getting like pissed off with everyone because we couldn't get you to a fucking swimming bath so that your pants would dissolve. And then they were both just too drunk. And I remember Binty, the other owner of Hot Water, Paul's brother, he goes to me, right, we need to coordinate this. So you chaperone everyone forward, find somewhere. We're not going to get in anywhere with these two. They're rap battling people in Berlin, and people don't know what they're up to. So I'm going to fucking divert them back to the hotel. You text me where you've took them. And once I've got them in bed, I'll come and meet you. By the way, this is about fucking 3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It was early as fuck. And we found that Irish bar, didn't we? And we took over that gaff that night.
That was the best night, wasn't it? That was a fun.
Oh, yeah, it was fucking phenomenal.
Oh, mate, when that fucking... Has anyone got the video of that fucking...
it's on my Facebook.
The woman came in and she was smashed, and she asked for a light, and someone held the black candle up.
Absolutely. I've got that video, and I will put it in...
Fucking brilliant.
Before we bring the guest in today, you know, we put an advert break after this bit. I'll put that video. So stay tuned. You will see that video of that fucking smackhead woman who stunk a piss.
I haven't thought.
Are you doing it yet?
What?
Are you doing it?
You'll do it.
Carl will do it.
Yeah, so we went to that Irish bar and we got a big table to ourselves. We text Binty, he come back. There was 2 singers on, weren't there? They were singing like...
You made me eat a fucking bowl of scouse without a spoon.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we felt like it's a stag do. We've got to give you some challenges. My 2 favourite things that we did here, because if you're not already aware of Paul Smith, by the way, I don't know where you've been fucking hiding, but go to the Hot Water Comedy Club YouTube page. Paul is famous not only for stand-up, but a lot of crowd work and comparing. You're a host, aren't you? That's where you've sort of got your following from, is crowd work and and we made you go over to a table and host the table with no context. So Paul just had to walk over to a table in Berlin to German people in this nice little Irish bar and go, "Hi guys, give us a cheer if you've been before. Give us a cheer if you haven't been before. Are you drinking tonight? Oh, how long have you been together? Oh,
I was a fucking nutter. When you made me go, they made me go to the bar and I had to sit at the bar and he go, when he tries to get you to pay, you have to have an argument with yourself. Like, you don't want to pay.
Yeah, we made you schizophrenic.
So to pay, and I'd be like, nah. And I'd done it for about fucking... and this barman just left in there.
I've still got a video of that. Yeah. You're at the bar going, "Hey, yeah, I'll have that." And the barman's just stood there going, "Hey, that's £4, please, mate." And you're going, "Listen, lad, I got the last round." And you're like, "Well, I got the 2 before that, so you owe 2. It's fucking... Like, they're the stag do challenges that are fucking brilliant, because you're not going to get arrested. You might get sectioned, but you're not going to get arrested. You're not going to die. It just makes you look like a fucking knobhead. But we're there. And the singers on, I don't know whether you remember it, because you were hammered, we were all drunk, but
I remember it, yeah.
We took over that place, and like, we were singing along with every song. They were singing every song we requested. It felt like we were in we were in a little elevator bit, and although it was just a little bit of the pub, it felt like we were in VIP.
Singing, didn't we?
Yeah, all the Germans are fucking looking at us like, I want to be mates with them. It was so fucking good. And then, because we were all there, apart from Paul, Blair and Davey, literally every other person on the stag do was there. The stag do WhatsApp chat, the group chat, we hadn't checked it for hours and hours and hours, because we didn't need to, because we were all there and the 2 liabilities were in bed. And then one of us, I think it was me, I went
to the toilet and came back.
And you checked your phone and were like, "Have you checked the group?" And Paul, Blair and Davey had had sent a video and a photograph to the WhatsApp group.
Brilliant though.
I honestly think it's the best photograph that's ever been taken.
Binty's face when you showed them might be a better picture, but no.
Yeah.
So there's a photo of Paul Blair. He's stood in the hallway of the hotel we're staying in Berlin. He's got, we'll slide it in here. He's got no shoes on. He's holding shoes that aren't his. He's got a hat on that no one knows where it came from. And he's literally blowing a fire extinguisher all over the fucking hallway. It's fucking iconic.
It was a big hotel, wasn't it? You got fucking
2,000
people evacuated from the hotel.
Yeah, and there's a video which we might be able to slide in of Paul and Davey outside the hotel. There's like 4 fire engines, and we're watching this because they're just buzzing. They're still absolutely twatters. They're like, "Look at this, we've caused all this. Isn't this great? We've caused fucking murder." And then we're like, Binty was shitting himself. Also, the entire booking, because Paul Blair was the lead booker. He was the stag who, he was the best man who organised the whole thing. So it was all under his name, and we were like, he's going to get kicked out the hotel. They're going to kick the whole booking out with it. We're going to get back to this place at 4 o'clock in the morning. We're not going to have anywhere to stay. And we might, like, at one point, we were talking about, what if we get deported? What the fuck are we going to do?
Because Germans don't fuck about, do they?
They really don't, especially with all the fucking Nazi shit. They're fucking strict. No Jews, no black people, no setting fires to the hotels. We're very strict on all 3 things in this country. That's going to be the no context other word. Yeah, and we got very, very, very lucky that apparently I think it's in all German hotels, but definitely in that one, there's no cameras in the hallways, so they couldn't tell who'd done it.
And they'd gone round
the footsteps.
Gone round and fucking put fake footsteps everywhere, didn't they?
That's what the shoes are for.
That's what the shoes are for.
He walked footsteps into every single doorway.
He walked footsteps into each door, so they didn't know where people had gone, because there was loads of like fire extinguisher residue everywhere. It looked like it had been fucking snowing. They'd sprayed like all
I
over
didn't know that till just a second.
The floor is powder, and they put footsteps in the floor. So like, oh, is it that room now? Is it that? All of the rooms have footsteps going into them.
That is fucking unbelievable. To have the presence of mind to do that when you're as fucking gazeboed as they were. Oh, Ibiza's going to be worse, you know.
No, but Ibiza will be good. It'll be. See, I don't mind. Like when I got there and he fucking put all the fake tan on me and shit like that.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Yeah,
but I got there and
the
he put me a
naivety.
fake tan and put like the Lonsdale shit on me.
won't do that.
I thought that was funny. Do you know what I mean? I was like, that's all right. I'm not asked. I don't mind looking fucking stupid. But like, it was just the fucking. It was just like there was the lack of anything to do.
Yeah.
Like we didn't go. I was like, we could have gone fucking shooting guns or fucking driving tanks or some shit. Not like proper stag do stuff. But we got Ocean Beach. We got a yacht party and shit like that.
Did you realise that your bevies are going to be like laced with poison and fucking arsenic and MDMA?
But the thing is, I don't fucking.
No, I don't think
MDMA.
Ibiza will be like that, you know.
Do you not know?
No, I think you'll have...
You're both stupid.
No, but Ibiza's not like that. It's if you make him look a cunt,
thing
it
is-
ruins our day because we can't go places.
Yeah, you won't be able to get in nowhere.
So it's just fucking cutting our nose off.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see.
You're talking to me. I'm not going to do it,
You've not
but
been
I know who's coming.
Nah, Blair knows Ibiza well enough to
Yeah,
know.
we've been to
You won't
Ibiza
get
with
in
Blair
nowhere.
before.
He went on a stag do last year with fucking Alan Macker. Nothing happened. Like he took the piss a little bit.
I was in Ibiza and I went to Ibiza with Paul Blair about 6 or 7 years ago, and we were in KFC at the end of the night, and we're just talking like you just sat there, and he stood up without saying nothing. I went, "Where are you going?" He went, "I'm going home." I went, "Yeah, we're going." He went, "Oh, why are you going home?" He went, "I can't see." And then just wandered off into the fucking mist and got home.
I'd love to get Paul Blair on this podcast at some point because the stories I've got with him. My favourite one, which isn't like the worst thing he's ever done, but it was so hysterically funny and I couldn't stop laughing to control it. We were on a night out and for some reason I was going to stay at his. We live in the same city. There's no fucking reason for me to stay in his house, but I was, right? And we were drunk, but he was more drunk than me. It's about fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. We got in a black taxi in Liverpool city centre and the fella goes, "Where are we going?" And to the tune of "Take Me to Church" by Hosier, he just kept saying, "Take me to Blair's." And I was so drunk, I found it so funny. And I was screaming. I was like, "Lad, stop it." And then taxi driver would go, "Lad, I'm going to have to kick you out in a minute if you don't tell me where to go." He's like, "I told you, lad. Take me to Blair's." And then I'd go again. It was just fucking uncontrollable. I love him so much, and he's the biggest pain in the arse in the world when he's had 2.5 pints. But before he's had a pint, or before he's sniffed a pint, I'd trust him with my entire
He's
fucking
getting a
life
bit better
savings.
now. He's fucking grown up a little bit. He's calmed down a little bit.
Couple of kids.
Yeah.
Sorts them out.
He's on the craft ales now, isn't he?
Can you imagine if he did drugs? Because like none of us are drug people
He'd
really,
be
apart from fucking Joe Rogan here, fucking DMT man. Do you know what I mean? But you've only just got in. None of us are like cokeheads or fucking MDMA or pill. We're not. None of. It's weird, isn't it? Because our entire friendship group is all like that. Like most friendship groups have at least someone who gets on the fucking bag.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But none of us do that.
Nah.
Imagine if he was a fucking cokehead.
He wouldn't last long doing that. He's in the bed. He's dead.
Yeah, he would.
You can't rap battle people on coke.
Nah,
You can.
too aggressive anyway.
Yeah.
When he fucking, because on the first tour with Blair, obviously it was a novelty, so we were fucking going on these tours and doing these big shows, and we were staying over everywhere, and we'd just always end up out. We'd always go for a curry before it, which was fucking stupid, but he insisted on it, so I was fucking dead sleepy before each show. I just had a fucking 3-course curry, fucking 2 pints, and then we'd get on it and we'd go out and fucking have loads of bevies and that. And there was only a couple of times that he was a fucking nightmare, but me and Callum realised the thing you got to do. Callum Oakley, in a genius move, because what we've always tried to do with Blair is, you know, when he fucking gets us all riled up and shit, we try and calm him down, and that's not that you can't do it. He won't calm down. What you've got to do is point him at someone. Just let him go, and whoever he's angry at, and just start and back him up, and just be like, and then he'll just calm down.
It's like a fucking wind up toy.
Yeah.
He's wound up. He's gonna move, so just point him that way. And
I won't name the place, but we were at a show, fucking, and we come out after it. And we went to the local comedy club.
Oh, I know
and
this
the
story.
manager of the comedy club was fucking was being more of a cunt.
I know he is as well, and I've done that comedy club, and that manager's show managed, and I wanted to bang him.
Mate, he's a cunt.
He's a gobshite.
So like he come in and he was dead nice to us at first. We were like, and he was dead nice to meet you. Got us all bevies and that. We were like, "Son," he was like, "Oh, it's lovely to have you down here." I was like, "Oh, nice one, mate." Sat down drinking. And then he was like, "Oh, I'd love to get you down." I was like, "Mate, I'd love to do this place." And he went, "The thing is, the owner said he doesn't really want the people you attract." And I was like, and Blair heard him. So Blair went, what have you just said? And he went, not talking to you, and put his hand in Blair's face. And I went, oh fucking hell. And George Zach sat in the middle, you know, lovely George, just like going, oh my God.
Great comedian, George Zach. I've got a fucking great story about George. I'll tell that in a minute.
There's me and Callum sat there, right? And we're looking at it. I was like, oh, fucking hell. And he's like, what did you do? Did you just put your fucking hand in my face? He went, don't put your hand in my face. I'll knock you out. He went, I'm not talking to you. And then he said something about Blair being bald or going bald. And I was like, it's game over this, right?
He is going bald, though.
He's fighting it, though.
Recedo!
He's definitely going to Turkey, the same place I got my teeth.
He's starting to do a comb over from the back, isn't he? He's going to swap me.
So I went and got someone to calm it down. And the guy come over and it all got calmed down. I was like, sound. And then the fella come over and apologised. He was like, I'm really sorry about that. And I was like, no, you pissed me. It sound. You know, everyone gets pissed and does such stupid shit. I was willing to let it go. And then he just went, but he's a cunt, right? And Blair, he's a big lad, Blair.
Yeah.
He's strong, do you know what I mean? He flew at him. Some poor waiter got in the middle. And fucking Blair just grabbed him one hand and just picked him up against the wall, right? And I was like, so we're dragging him away. And like this lad ran out like a shithouse, right? Oakley, like a fucking genius, went outside, followed the kid, was giving him loads of shit, right? Like, and he's like, fuck off. I get your mate out here. He went, oh, well, I'll go and get him. Oakley come back in and went, hey, Blair, come this way. Walked around the corner and went, there he is there. Blair went over and I've never seen, like, I wasn't sure what was going to happen because I've never really seen, like, although he gets into the situations, it always kind of gets calmed down.
Yeah,
someone's always there to stop it. And we just went, go ahead. And he just walked over and I thought, he's going to bang him here. And he just went, and the lad turned and he went, you saying something? Yeah. And he went, yeah. And he just went, and clotheslined him like he was in the WWE. Out of nowhere! And the lad went down, and mate, I was so ready. I was like, it's going off like that. And Blair got over him and went to fuck it. It was like he went to hit him, and the fella started crying, right? And he was like, no, I'm sorry. And I was like, even Blair went, and he just went, don't ever fucking talk to me like that again. And slapped him, started slapping him in the street.
Is there anything more emasculating than getting slapped?
Oh, mate,
because a slap is just hilarious. If I punch you, I'll feel like I'm bullying you, so I'm gonna slap you instead.
Easy fight. The worst thing was, right, because obviously he's a Scouser in the middle of where we were in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Shouting at obviously a native, going fucking slapping him and shit. I thought someone's gonna get involved here, so I was stood by Blair in case anyone fucking like tried to get involved. And people were walking past just looking, right, and then. I was like, he'd slapped them everywhere, right? And I went, all right, that's enough. And I kind of got Blair off, and Blair's laughing his head off at this point, right? He's laughing and slapping him, right? Laughing his head off, right? I'm laughing. I went, all right, that's enough. And the fella stood up and went, I'll fucking kill him. And I went, mate. I went, I'm stood here, you're a rat. I went, if I let him go again, he's not going to slap you this time. And the lad didn't. But the best thing was, we ended up out. And Blair was in a great mood after that. He was in a lovely mood. We're having a dead nice night, and this fella kept sending me and Oakley videos going, I'm in this car park, tell your mate to come down now, I'll fucking kill him. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
That's fantastic. I'm going to save me George Zach story for when George Zach's on. I think after that story, we should probably have a break. We should show the video of that woman with the candle at this bit. We should have a little advert. We'll be back in a minute with our guest today. Me and Paul will be welcoming the comedy icon, Canadian legend, all the way from Canada, Glenn Wool. Until then, which for you will be in about 20 seconds or a minute or whatever. I don't know what advert's going here. Auf we the same pet.
Right, we've just set a fire extinguisher up in the room in our hotel, and look at this, what we've caused. Oh my god. Lads, what have we done? We've caused.
What's happening, guys? If you love this podcast and you really want to support us, you can go to haveawordpod.com. You can get yourself some merch, something like this hoodie, something like that t-shirt. There's plenty of stuff for you to go and have a look at there. There's also links so you can buy tickets to the Have a Word live shows and also tickets to mine and Dan's tour shows if you want to come and see us do stand-up. That's all at haveawordpod.com. Oh! What?
So saying are you?
You're saying are you?
What's I get in there and say are you?
Cool. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the adverts. Someone's ringing me.
Answer?
Would it be funny to answer?
Who is it?
Don't know. Hello?
On speaker? Just leave it on the doorstep, please, mate.
Could you just leave it with the neighbour, please, mate? If you give the neighbour a knock, then leave it with the one right next door. The one who's like part of your... Yeah. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Bye. That's me cock cream. I have to get it from Amazon because you can't get it in a pharmacy over here.
What is it?
It's penis cream.
Bigger?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Welcome back to the Have a Word podcast.
They don't sell them in tubes that small. People just steal them. It's so tiny.
I'm having a panic attack. We are joined by comedy icon Glenn Wool. A fantastic comic. And just before we start the bullshit that is this podcast, tell you've got an album that came out today. So by the time this episode goes out, it'll be out for a few days.
Yeah.
What is it and where can they get it?
It's called Viva Forever. It's available on all platforms.
All of them?
Well, I mean, probably not
VHS.
Yes.
I only want it on 8-track.
Yeah, it's only Australian cover comedians are the only way you can see it.
All platforms. It's on everything. It's on Babe Station. It's on VHS.
Oh! I took a trip down memory lane last night. I was in a hotel that had Babe Station.
Wonderful.
Did you crack one out?
Couldn't.
Nah?
No, it's all changed. It's like I could see she was probably pretty before the doctor got there.
Not the same money it was, wasn't it? Not attracting the same level.
She was doing a thing where she was lying, and then it was sort of like a full body twerk. Like she was just lying
like
flat and then just sort of jiggling herself, but it just looked like she was being poked with
like
a stick.
Anaphylactic shock.
More like a cop going, yeah, that's her. That's get the ambulance down. Well, no, just get the morgue car down here. But,
what was her name? Do you remember?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't go that deep into it.
I put Babe Station on recently, and there was a girl just called Louise, and I feel like that they used to have a much bigger imagination than that. They used to at least hide.
There's only so many stripper names, though, isn't there? And then you're gonna have to just
no, there isn't, because you could just get you get more and more.
There's only but there's only
there's
so
the
many,
hack ones.
Scarlet.
There's Destiny, and
I think the problem is that people are using those as actual names now. Well, since the Christian names have kind of gone, that's why they have to have these exotic, Margaret.
When we get in about 20 years, all the strippers will be called Mary.
And how do you pronounce that?
With 7 X's somewhere.
my real name, I don't tell anyone else this, is Fuck Bucket. But I call myself Louise to protect myself from creepy guys like everyone else in here. Oh, why? So where have you been staying? Because you came up last night.
It was a weird hotel called... well, it's a nice hotel, but it's called the New Loom or the NUI, which is that's where me and the cab driver just started having a laugh. I don't think English was his first language, so whenever you have to start spelling things, he didn't have the best grip on it as the first. The Newy Loom. You all right? Had a little good thing you got a cab. The Newy Loom. Are you saying that backwards? No. And then they did this weird thing. They didn't give me an address. It came on a little map. So I even looked more pathetic. Like I'm not allowed to know the address. I'm like, it is here.
Did you have the neck scarf on at the time? Because that does look like you've lost your horse and wandered into a taxi.
Well, I think he thought it was a dribble bib more than anything else. Oh, that's nice. She's been out and had a meal and everything. That's great.
And now, do you have an address? I have pictures of it.
Yeah.
from 1840.
They're not real happy with me having coordinates for some reason. I haven't even really figured it out.
Oh, where do you live?
I live in Essex. I live in Finchingfield, a tiny little village.
That sounds beautiful.
It is until the weekends, and then motorbike assholes come in and fuck it. Like,
Is that a band?
yeah, they should be
That's the
banned.
stripper's real name.
Oh, I remember. I saw motorbike assholes dance. This was before the accident, so she could really get up the pole.
Do you know that's a thing, isn't it? Like, you know, like there's a lot of talk, especially within our industry, about a need for diversity and in the media world in general, but no one's talking about diversity in stripper, and I think we need more disabled strippers. Do you know what I mean? I've never been to a strip club and there's been a stripper in a wheelchair.
Last time I went to strippers, she had a tail.
A what?
A tail.
Well, we all have a story.
I found it interesting.
Like a butt
at
plug?
first.
Like a butt plug?
No, a tail. Like a like a coccyx.
Yeah.
She had like a little bone sticking out. Like a
Oh, shit.
wagged.
It wagged.
Well, you should.
She had a little tailbone, no.
You should have tipped her more. That's how you know you haven't given enough.
I stuck a fiver under the tail. Yeah. She wrapped it up, scuttled away into the wall.
Yeah, but that's like that's not a proper disability, is it? Do you know what I mean? That's like she wants to park
into the Paralympics with that.
No, she wants to park as close to Asda as possible without actually having an impaired life. Like that's not a day-to-day problem, is it?
Maybe it's a ability rather than a disability. Maybe it actually makes you better balanced.
Exactly. That's why she's a good stripper. Yeah, but I'm talking like
On
there
the
should
pole,
be
she's like she can use a tail on the pole and that. Hands and legs free.
That would be. How big was this thing? Because in my head, I'm
exaggerating.
just seeing a fucking nugget.
It was bigger than your dick.
It was bigger than my dick. 3 inches.
Now we know who stole the cream.
Might have been a dick actually. Now that I'm thinking of. Maybe it was a guy.
Did she tell you this is my tail?
No, she didn't mention it.
Yeah.
So how do you know she hasn't just
Because I seen it and it came out, and a friend of mine who'd just been in and had a dance with me, who didn't think it was fucking relevant to tell me she had a tail before I went and had a dance with her. As it came back, I was like, and he went, "Did you see a tail?" I went,
Are you sure she hadn't just like slipped a disc
It was
earlier
just
that
a
night and
tiny
needed the
little-
money?
No, it was right at the bottom of it, like, you know, the little where you got the bum crack there, and there's that little. Whoop,
Yeah.
that was like.
Is this Carl? Can you Google that? Do people have tails sometimes? Have you ever heard of this?
I think we do have the ability to have a tail, but I think it's the same way. I think we can grow feathers if you monkey it enough.
Hang on, feathered monkeys.
Yeah.
You not seen The Wizard of Oz?
I actually don't think I have.
Haven't you?
I think so.
What a
Is it
world.
good? Is it on Netflix?
What a world.
Found it?
Yeah, so when you're an embryo, you've got a tail. And then in rare cases, the coccyx can become a tail, but it's usually removed at birth.
This one wasn't.
No.
She didn't get removed at birth.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be honest. She probably didn't have great parents.
What are you suggesting,
Well,
Glenmore?
I'm just look where she's come into our lives at.
A tailed stripper.
Yeah.
I know a stripper, and she's like she owns what she does so much. She's like, no, like because she's like a straight A student, and she's got a degree, and she was like, I earned so much at uni doing this that I've just never bothered going into the career I wanted
if I was
because
an attractive
I'm earning
woman,
like $2,000 a week. It's fucking unbelievable.
I'd have an OnlyFans all day.
I'm so close to setting up an OnlyFans anyway.
I got asked to be on OnlyFans the other week.
To be on it.
Had a ginger OnlyFans. No, I jokingly I kept getting tagged in this like all ginger, full frontal nude fucking calendar called Red Hot Cocks, right? And I got tagged in like 150 times in the space of a couple of days. So as a joke, I put like a naked picture up. You come and I put a comically large fucking blackout of my penis. Like I had a massive dick.
And I said it was an ambitious mark. Yeah.
And then tagged them in it going, I think you should put me in the thing. And they messaged me saying, you haven't made the calendar this time, unfortunately, but we do have an OnlyFans, and we'd love you to be involved in the OnlyFans, and any tips you get will be yours. And I was like, nah, I don't think so. I'm all right.
Was your missus fuming with that?
No,
picture?
did you not see what she done back?
I did. And I'll tell you how I seen it. So me and Paul go to the same barber. We used to live quite close to each other in Liverpool. He's moved far away now, but he still comes to my barbers, our barbers, because the lads in there are just dead sound.
Once
normal.
you get a good one.
Yeah.
They're also just reprobates, the barbers that we go to. They're just dead like, I feel like the least funny person in the room as a professional comic when I'm sat there and just watching them. Like the day Joe, who runs it, his dog had died, and they were just taking every joke, every sentence out of their mouth was a dead dog joke. And I was like, this is so like being in a fucking green room.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's a live WhatsApp group, innit?
But I'm sat there and he was like, do you see that fucking picture Paul Smith put up yesterday? So Paul had put a completely naked selfie, a mirror selfie on Instagram, but he'd put a rather ambitious black mark to cover his penis.
Right.
And I went, yeah, I seen it. He was like, what the fuck is he doing now? See what his beard done? And I hadn't seen what your missus had done. His missus put a reply to this picture, which was her bent over in front of a mirror with a gingerbread man covering her arsehole.
Yeah. She's got a good ass as well.
And I went to the barber, because he showed me, and he went, do you want me to send you it? I was like, absolutely not. I can't have that on my phone and be scrolling through and Paul be like, have you got a picture of me beard's arsehole on your phone?
Rob Thomas sent it to me straight away.
Well, Anthony the barber sent me it 5 times on Instagram. He's like, lad, every time you delete it, it'll tell me you've deleted it, and I'll keep sending you it again and again and again.
Yeah. I think he was just trying to get the gingerbread thing off.
The worst thing is we both got shouted at by a 15-year-old daughter, proper like kicked off on the pair of us.
Why?
Because we put naked pictures. Because all her mates follow her mum. Like,
Yeah.
not good, that is it?
Your ma gets her ass out on Instagram.
And
Is
she's got
quite
a
the
15
slam,
and a
innit?
14-year-old son. Imagine going in and your 14-year-old son's going into school and they're all your mates are just looking at your ma's ass.
I'm trying to imagine a scenario where my mother would have been close to that. That would have to have been the strangest accident at the bake sale that had ever taken place. Just to have it so somebody was able to take a Polaroid at the exact moment that my mother's pants had fallen down.
Get him handed out by the barber 5 times. Every time you screw it up, he gives you another one.
That's gotta be a problem that no one's really thinking about, isn't it? Because like these days, a lot of girls are quite aggressive sexually, and like they like the girls I've certainly come across recently are quite open to like being filmed and stuff. And at some point, you know, like a little iPhone, like little blowjob film, or you know, set the camera up and do it. Like I've had girls ask me to do that in the past.
To blow them?
Huh?
To blow them?
Yes, they have really big clits.
If they say the girls.
Did they have their tails on their front?
This is my tail. But there's a leak coming, isn't like I live in fear. I only really make the jokes I want to make on WhatsApp because it's end-to-end encrypted, and WhatsApp's very difficult to hack. But like Facebook and the cloud, like the Apple iPhone cloud, at some point that's going to get hacked and leaked. And there's going to be a lot of fucking mums who are on the internet sucking dick. Yeah. And their kids are going to have to go to school.
If there's fucking...
Do you know what I mean? That's coming, and I just can't imagine.
If there's 2 billion mums online sucking dick, you're never going to get through them all.
No. But you'd find the ones in your school. No, but it's not about finding yours. It's about your mates finding yours.
I mean, like the ones you want to find. How are you going to find them?
Because it'll be leaked in a way that the people in your life find it. Do you not think about stuff like this? I'm like obsessed with it.
I think most guys do a pretty good job of trying to get through them all.
Yeah, fucking Sunday afternoon.
Nope.
Just a guy comes by with an arm like Popeye. Found her. Took a while.
One strong arm, the rest of him's just hollow.
He's dragging himself with his masterful, powerful arm. This guy's the best in the business. If you want something found, he'll find it. Hey, come here. Looks like one of those
glasses like this thick.
Remember those piggy banks where the hand would just come out and take the coin? That's how you pay them.
Oh, I've gone dizzy from laughing.
Oh, fucking hell. So, yeah,
I live in
don't worry about that, though.
There's so, like, if someone found my conversations with Carl, so Carl's like, he's our producer here. He's worked at Baby Blue and Hot Water. You've probably met a couple of times before, but we've been best mates since we were 16, 17. We've got a decade plus of horrendous messages that I'm very, very worried at some point. Like, we'd be in prison. It wouldn't be like career over. It would be a federal crime.
I bet you it's kept a lot of people's girlfriends unfucked by their buddies. Just knowing, like, oh, I can't fuck him over. He's got a lot of evidence. As much as I would let, we're drunk, she's coming on to me. But nope, I'm a good man. My terrible behavior has actually could be used against me. So I'm a gentleman in that sense.
You're not worried about anything? You're not saying anything? You're quite timid.
WhatsApp groups?
Yeah.
I've said some horrible shit.
Yeah. But you're not the worst, are you?
No.
Yeah. And like, we're in a WhatsApp group with Freddie Quinn, Danny McLaughlin, and Paul Blair. And I reckon Danny says the least, because I think he protects himself more. I reckon then it's you. And then it's probably me, actually. And then Freddie and Paul Blair is like the offensive Olympics, and they're just trying to say the most fucked up shit. The amount of comics who would be upset if they see what gets said in that group.
I know.
Wow, it's the amount of comics they just. He knows who I am. So did he mention anything about dates when he called me a hack? So he knows it's derivative. It's good, right? People like it. Is that what he said?
Effective shite. There's so many comics who are effective shite. And
Everyone's
you know
in
what?
those WhatsApp groups, though, and I think everyone understands it.
Yeah,
I think that's
definitely.
the worst. One of the worst things you can do to someone is like screenshotting a WhatsApp group.
If someone
Should
screenshot,
be like fucking, you should be outcast from society.
if anyone from that group screenshots something and sent it outside the group, I think the rest of us could like beat them to within an inch of their life. And then if everyone else in the world find out what happened, we'd still be seen as the good guys. They'd be like, oh, what? They did what? They screenshotted the WhatsApp conversation. Yeah, it's.
Did you see what happened to the guy? He played in the NHL right up until lockdown, but he was like it was good offensively, but he was bouncing from team to team. So there's obviously some issue locker room, and somebody screenshotted his WhatsApp groups, and it was all about like it wasn't illegal. Well, the coke was illegal. He was talking about where had the best coke, but then he was talking about players' wives, and one of them had just had a baby, and he's like, "Oh, fucking Shamu over there." Yeah. And he was cut from his team that he was playing for, and now he's coming to Europe to
see.
ply
I
his
don't
trade.
think that's fair because I know very little about hockey. But what I do know is that it seems like a coked up sport.
Yes, it is.
Let's get on the ice with razor blades on our feet, and if we don't like something the other team does, we'll fight about it.
And you don't even get set, like you just put in go and sit over there for a bit. You just knock someone out. And then you can come back.
Yeah,
just go in that little cubicle. Do whatever you need to do. Okay, I'm ready to play. Who else wants to play? I'm probably the best fighter that's ever played this game. It's arguable, but I'll argue with you. You want to argue?
Is it true that hockey teams have like a fighter guy and they send them to fight the other fighter guy?
Not so much anymore, but in like in the 70s and 80s, there was like 3 or 4 of them. It was really getting out of hand.
Were they called like the enforcer or something?
Yeah, enforcers, policemen. They preferred policemen, but for us, everybody else in the crowd called them goons. And you get some of them now doing like documentaries, and like that is the toughest way to make a living in sports. And they're not all there, and they're just like, the goon, we don't like that word. Like they're being oppressed.
Well, I, for one, am shocked that the men who hit each other with hockey sticks are not the brightest people in the world. That is such a shock to me.
The little ones who are good at it, they tend to keep their brains because they have these big guys. It's almost like they're like diplomats with a military wing. So, yeah, but that's all changing too, and a lot of it has to do with the young guys just don't want to fight anymore, because they're making so much money, and you can really break your hand easy, and it's arguable whether or not it actually does shift the game anymore, especially now that there's no crowds in the stands.
No
It's
one
just
winding them up.
they sound like barbecue fights almost. Like they're scuffling like.
It's a Sunday afternoon christening that's got slightly out of
I love
hand.
watching the UFC, and I prefer it now. There's no crowds, and you can properly hear meat slapping meat, just like those kicks going in and stuff like that.
No, it's not better without the
love it,
crowd.
mate. I love
It's
it.
so-
No, because with the crowds, you just get all the numbers going, woo!
Yeah, but it's well better. Footy without the crowds is shite.
Yeah.
Well, it's not shite, but it's just not as good.
I think they've really lost an opportunity to have it on like rooftops or alleys, like just now that there's no crowds,
Yeah,
like just
anywhere.
like supermarket fight.
Just add an element to
Yeah,
it.
like
One of them gets a trolley.
like a flash mob.
Like Tekken, just a
Exactly.
different. You can just select the room you want. Just have it in a green screen.
Yeah.
And you can go on the red button and I want him in Asda. I want him in
That's what it's
B&Q.
I was talking to someone the other day, and like in Russia, they just take MMA mad, don't they? They have fights in fucking full suits of armor with swords and shit. 5-on-5 MMA. Amazing.
No.
Mate, I'll show you it.
Full suits of armour.
Full suits of armor.
5-on-5.
Medieval fucking MMA.
5-a-side MMA.
No, they have 5-on-5 normal MMA, and it's amazing because once one goes down, it's fucking dominoes, mate. It's just that team's dead. And then you end up with one guy fighting 4 people just swinging. It's fucking class.
Holy
I mean, it's audible though at the same time, but in the same way as you get sent a fucking video of a street fight and you're like, oh, I don't want to watch this, but then you sit there watching one fella just punch the fuck out of about 6 people.
I don't watch any video that's put in our WhatsApp group unless it's like a comedian on stage or a comedian
I
self,
don't
because
watch
then I
anything.
know it's just someone having a mental
I already
breakdown.
know what it is, because whenever it's something like that, Paul Blair's put it in and he's being sent it by Davey Ash because he sends it to me at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not watching it because it's definitely someone getting shot, run over, or fucking beaten half to death.
Yeah.
I've never recovered from that video of the woman getting bummed to death by a horse.
Oh,
That was the offside line for me. A woman got bummed by a horse, and then I found out like 2 weeks later she died because the horse's dick was too big.
And the one of the fella shagging the goat.
I haven't seen that one.
The goat was in like missionary position. It's fucking horrible.
The goat's in the missionary position.
It's like a little. It's like
It
in
looks
like Peru or
nappy as
something.
well.
It's like in a forest in Peru. It's fucking horrendous.
Has he got a GoPro on? How's it filmed?
No, someone's behind them filming him.
But the goat.
Waiting for the go.
But does the goat enjoy it?
Big
Looks
GoPro.
like
in
it's
it.
I can't decide whether I'm against it until I know how the goat feels about it.
It's a donkey, innit?
It's some kind of mule.
Yeah, it's like a donkey. Yeah, sorry.
So you don't have to pull out because they can't get pregnant.
Imagine it did.
Could a human get a mule pregnant?
Nah, I don't
Mules
think
can't get pregnant.
No, I've tried this many different ways. You really.
so many disappointments. It's waiting to the end of the. She's come on again. Oh,
Do you know what a mule is?
Got her IVF and everything.
Is it a male donkey?
It's a donkey and a horse,
Oh, is it?
and it's infertile. It's just a thing. It just exists as itself.
Right. Okay. So
What?
can
so there's no meal babies.
No, mules can't. They can't. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's why you said it. It's factual. It was.
Yeah.
right?
This
okay.
is all about
I just
science
thought-
now.
So, but can humans get any other animal pregnant?
No.
Is it possible?
Well, you've done the research.
I've only fucked.
I'm genuinely interested.
Apparently the best fuck is like a stingray though,
Why?
Because it's anatomically the closest to a woman. It's the feeling of a woman's vagina.
When you say apparently, apparent according to who?
According to the
Steve
internet.
Irwin. He actually died of C/AIDS. Just stuck
He'd raped that Stingray's wife.
Yeah, you should hear that story from the Stingray community.
That was just he had it coming.
It was a crime of passion.
Oh God.
Oh, I genuinely, I didn't know whether humans, I thought like we could like cross.
Only with like something that be dead close. Like apparently,
Monkey.
like we crossed with Neanderthals, didn't we? You could fuck a Neanderthal if there was any left. That's why that's the thing.
Oh, you mean like an actual Neanderthal and not just like a fucking idiot from Coventry?
I mean, if you fuck one of them, you probably get them pregnant.
Could we fuck a monkey? Could I get a monkey pregnant? Bring that. Just say it. Just tell him.
Realize.
Stop making. I'm trying to make it subtle, and you're making it.
It's not subtle because we just don't know what you
You do.
It looks like
I'm
you're
only
trying to
just-
land a fucking plane.
If I do that, pull the mic up. All right, from now on.
Sorry, but I'm not looking at you.
Sorry, Sensei Carl.
Can I open? Oh,
Coke. Where'd you get that from?
coffee.
Oh shit, yeah. Let's have a little word from a sponsor, and I'm gonna Google whether we can fuck animals or not.
You're gonna get quite an image if you do that.
Can I get an animal pregnant?
Can you imagine? Did you tell the sponsor that was gonna be the lead-in?
The sponsor.
I want to be right after the animal. We'll put you right in the middle of the animal fucking bed, okay?
When the sponsor's Manscaped as well.
No, it's one of those. It's one of those. Adopt a donkey. This little guy's been forced to.
This guy's been ridden up and down.
So when you adopt these donkeys, do you like own them? You do whatever you like. When does the donkey get here? Okay, and it's really tired, so it's not kicky or anything. Okay, job. $30, sure.
And now a word from the RSPCA. What's happening, guys? Today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped are the best male grooming products on the planet. They've only just launched in the UK. They've sent me and Dan a razor each, and I've got to say, proper top tier stuff. This is the best razor I've ever used. It's the first time I've ever shaved me balls and not snagged the bag. They're good, aren't they?
I get the little, I get a little bit of like over the pubes tub, and I nick that. I've just been using an old head trimmer. I've used this, and you're like, oh, that's a slide, that's a glide, so you don't get that sting in the shower.
Yeah, it's horrible, that. When you get like a little cut on your bag, and then you get a bit of ball sweat seeping into the cut, and you get sweaty sting.
Keep talking sexy, Adam. That's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. This is it. They've engineered the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created. It's the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, and it's just been released in the UK. It's smart as fuck. This is their third generation trimmer. It features a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce manscaping accidents.
And when I'm saying this is the best razor I've ever used, I'm not messing, I know it's easy to say that when you're getting sponsored by a company, but it's really, really, really good. The battery's amazing. It lasts for an hour and a half, so you can shave for longer. It's water resistant. You can use it in the shower. You don't have to be shaving, stood over the toilet anymore. It's sick.
One of the coolest features is the LED light. It illuminates the way as you shave along so you don't get any nasty nicks. And they've just got an upgraded 7,000 RPM quiet stroke motor. The nicest bit, you get a load of kit when you get this sent to you, but the charging stand is charged by USB and it looks sleek as fuck. So you're not getting any whinging from your partner, your missus. It's going to sit in the bathroom. You're going to be proud of it.
Look, don't take our word for it. If you're listening to this, watching it, pause the podcast here. Go and order one for us. And they don't just sell razors. You can get all sorts of male grooming products from manscaped.com and experience it for yourself. It's really, really good. Your balls will thank you.
This is the important bit. Every listener of Have a Word gets 20% off. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code WORD. That's WORD, WORD, at manscaped.com. And make sure you use that code, otherwise they won't know that we sent you.
That's right, 20% off, free shipping all over the UK and in America, actually. But you can use the code word WORD. That's WORD. We should have picked a different word because code word just sounds clunky, doesn't it?
You're not thick. You get it. Word.
It's word.
Can I
Time to shave those balls.
Should I shave yours now? Adam, should I shave yours? We'll just do that now. I'll show you. Oh, don't. You meant to flinch. Perv.
Boys, it's quite weird because normally Dan Nightingale does all the prep for these episodes and I just turn up and he reads it out. But I've had to do it today. It's been quite nice. So I've got a couple of little would you rathers for you. So very basic. Just one thing or another. Got a few that we've done on the podcast before that, you know, I want to, like, now that Dan's not here, I want to get some new perspectives on. Got a brand new one from a listener. And then we've got a have a word for in a little bit of time. Now, do you want to start with the new one or the classics?
Do the new one.
Do the new one first.
Going fresh.
For both of you.
Okay.
Come to you first, Glenn. Would you rather, for the rest of your career, exclusively perform and absolutely kill in good size, packed out rooms full of BNP/EDL types, but you'd have to adjust your material accordingly for that, or for the rest of your career, exclusively perform Zoom gigs where you can't see or hear the audience? You will earn the same money and level of fame in both scenarios. Peace out, cunts, from Craig in Glasgow. So, racist comedy or Zoom comedy? What are you doing?
I'm going to be a racist.
You're going to be a racist? Yeah.
I think it's just you're asking, will I perform to fuller rooms? Will those guys bring their mates? What size rooms we talking about here?
Is there any sort of, like, clientele that you would completely not work for? Do you know what I mean? Like, you consider yourself quite left-wing, right? Would you perform for the right amount of money at the Tory party conference?
No.
No?
No. Well, what do you mean the right amount of money?
£250,000.
Yeah.
If
anyone said, what the fuck are you doing, you Tory, I'd go £250,000. That's what I'm doing.
And I'll donate 50 grand of it to the Labour Party.
No.
But also, it depend on the parameters of the show. If they said, "Oh, you can't talk about this or that," but if they're like, "Yeah, we want to be roasted. We've seen the roasts on TV." Yeah. Just wait.
So, let's play a game. I want you to roast Glenn as if he is a Tory from bench.
Oh,
MP.
no, I'm not good at this.
Okay, well, we'll just edit that out.
Yeah. Thank God. I was going to be like... I had nowhere to go.
You're not good at this.
No.
It's your whole career. What are you talking about?
It's not, though.
Maybe he means specifically pretending I'm a Tory. I've tried. I just can't see that man as a Tory. Okay?
What a redneck chief.
It's the most communist thing I've ever seen in my life.
A red neck scarf. Oh, we do. Are you any good at impressions? No.
I sometimes, if I do them in conversation, sometimes I get it like, boom.
Yeah.
But then other times it's like, what? Are you? Is that a Welshman? No, it's Bill Cosby. So it keeps them out of.
Not even speaking.
Yeah.
Is that a Welsh rapist?
Just drink your drink. Drink your drink.
Was that a Welshman?
Wait. So it keeps them out. I don't ever really try to do them in my show, which, with the way that they've gone back forensically through everybody's act since 1982 and said, see, you're doing an accent there. That's cultural appropriation.
One of my favourite... I'm not going to ask you to do it because you might get in trouble now. like obviously as you just said. I remember watching you when I first started watching you. You used to do a bit about working in a Chinese restaurant.
Ah, yes.
And it was absolutely fucking fantastic. And I'm not gonna lie, I have little weird, like I have mad affectations. My missus thinks it's hilarious that like I'll sing little snippets of songs, or I'll say little. I think it's like, it's not Tourette's, but it's like kind of, I'll constantly do these. If I'm on my own or if I'm walking around the house, I just whistle and say little things to myself. And you saying your name in Chinese is one of the things I say all of the time.
Can we just put the car in park for a minute? Because both me, Carl, and the 15,000 people who download this every week need some fucking context.
I can't say the joke.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not right. I'm making.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. It won't be the first time someone's done a Chinese accent on this podcast.
Dan Nightingale hosted it. It's happening.
It was 3 episodes before we found out that he wasn't, in fact, from Beijing. Okay, here's what I'll say about the China bit. It is quite a lengthy bit, and I will still stand behind it, although I wouldn't perform it the same way I do now. But it was a bit about how Al-Qaeda fights the West because they're like, oh, you're trying to stop our religion. Totally glossing over the fact that Islam is illegal in China and that they should be fighting China. Like, we're actually quite nice to them as opposed. And it went on to this long bit about how if they even tried any of this shit against China, they'd end up in concentration camps. Well, what happened? Like, people can get mad at that bit. Like, yeah, that bit where you predicted the future, that was totally, now, accents were done. But it was over. It starts with me saying, the reason China hates Google so much, it's not freedom of information, it's make it something we can say. And then I offered to name it Cinnamon. Not that one either. It came in, and then I would take it back and go, I realize that some people will think that that's inappropriate to say things, but I come by that honestly. I'm from Vancouver. I grew up surrounded by Chinese people. I worked in a Chinese restaurant where every day the owner of that building would try to say the name Glenn Wool. And every day would fail quite miserably. I heard a lot of Glenn Wool. And I had to turn to my boss and say, no, Larry, that's not how you say it. And wondered quietly to myself why a man who got to choose his Western name, knowing full well he could not pronounce L's or R's, would pick the name Larry. It's more than half. I thought you people were good at math.
Very, very good.
And when I did it on the Comedy Store, I did. That's when it's on TV, and I'm sure they've probably.
That's what I saw. I had that recorded. I used to watch it religiously.
On the Comedy Central at the Comedy Store? The live at the store.
You see what they do, though? There was 2 Chinese people in the crowd, and anytime it got even close to the edge, they put it on, laughing away in the exact same way every time. In a way, they laugh just the same way every time. Oh, look, she always slaps her leg 3 times.
It's funny how that works, isn't it? When you start talking about a certain subject, and if there's someone in the crowd who seems like they are part of the joke, the rest of the crowd do sort of have a check to make sure. Like, and also, so I had a bit in my last show that I've now sort of banned because I've put it online in the little special I put out, which is about how we don't trust Muslims in this country because they don't drink. And the reason I can back that up is, you know, Irish people did a lot of terrorism and we got over that quite quickly because they like a drink. And I was doing it, I'd done it like for 3 shows at the store, and then the late show on the Saturday night in London, the front 2 rows on the side were just like guys in full dish dash, like Muslim Brotherhood guys. And I think it was, who was comparing? I think it was Sally Ann Haywood maybe. Or she was on and she was like, you're not going to be able to do that bit because... And I was like, well, if I can't do it when they're there, then I shouldn't be doing it at all.
Yeah.
And I did it, and you literally see, I did it, and you literally seen 400 people at the Comedy Store go, okay.
Yeah, it's a weird thing when people just make assumptions for a group, like, oh, you couldn't really speak about them in public. They just, like, everybody hates to be talked about and joined in. Yeah, I mean, they're not the kind of Muslims that would be angry about stuff. Like they're at the Comedy Store
at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Not the early show, not Thursday. It's tomorrow on Saturday night.
If it was Speaker's Corner, I would say maybe don't go heavy. I was at Speaker's Corner once, and I'd never unbelievable. And I ended up seeing them on a documentary. These were bad dudes.
What's Speaker's Corner? I don't know what it.
It's at Hyde Park. It's a British tradition. The guy, I believe, dates back to the 1800s, where there's a place in Hyde Park where every Sunday you can go and say whatever the fuck you want, and people take little soapboxes and it's.
How have I never been here? That sounds cool.
I didn't even know it existed.
It was the first internet. It was Twitter live.
I want to go there now and just see a lot of horrible CD porn.
Yeah. Is that girl got a tail?
I want to go and see a football badge call me a cunt. An unfunny, fat, cockeyed cunt from an Everton badge.
I think it's great that 2 guys from Liverpool hadn't even heard of Speaker's Corner. It's just in your head like, oh, you can just say whatever the fuck you want anyway. Why do you have to go all the way to London to do that?
Yeah.
Sounds like Liverpool in London.
Did a Scouser build this? Whose idea was it?
There should be one of them in Liverpool, though.
It's Hot Water Comedy Club. I do love how, that's one of my favourite things about Hot Water. There's been, obviously, you were there last weekend and I popped down to see you both and whatever. And what I love about Paul, the owner, is when a comic has, because they've had so many videos go viral, and a lot of the comics that are regularly booked there, like, you know, I've said some shit on stage that if you take it out of context, at least could be taken one way or the other. Freddie Quinn is, like, there's one routine that we won't talk about on here, but he got in trouble for a bit. And I do love how a lot of comedy clubs in this day and age are like, well, you know, like, we're going to remove the video and, like, we're really sorry and whatever. But Paul at Hot Water is just like, it's a fucking joke. Shut the fuck up. We stand behind our comics. Like, he's sort of like, yeah, well, literally every time you write a nasty comment or say that this should be taken down, you're actually pushing our video up the algorithm. It's actually a really good thing for us. It's more traffic.
Yeah.
I do love how he stands behind the comics.
If you'll excuse me, we're just about to sell out the 3rd show of the day, so I have to tell you to fuck off because you're making my fingers tired, and I need those for the accounting of all the money that I'm making right now. I need to type into the till.
So you'd go BNP? I'm just not doing a Zoom gig. I'll say, I'll go BNP.
Yeah, I can't, yeah. Just for my own, like, I think it'd be a selfish move, but yeah, just for my own, like, if I could never be in front of an audience again, I'd be fucking devastated.
Yeah, well, Zoom gigs are just methadone, aren't they?
Shit, aren't they?
They're
Well,
just...
also,
Paracetamol.
Yeah.
You could also make the argument that you haven't agreed to where those people are going to end their lives being. So if you were able to present them with good comedy and a nice environment, maybe they wouldn't feel so much hate, and you'd be able to lead them into a nicer existence.
Cut that bit out.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know he was gay when he got in the goddamn room.
So,
I was listening to a podcast on the way here, and it's about sports stars and how they died, and
what's it called?
Sports stars
death
and
of
how
a
they
death of a sports star, and they did Justin Fashanu, and
it's heavy, that, isn't it?
yeah, and it was really sad. And you saw, like, I mean, I just made a little gay joke there, but you know, it made me think back to all the times, like in the 90s, that, you know, that I was flippant and how, and just think, you know, these all add up, and introspectively, I felt bad based on, you know, just small behaviors and wanting to, you know, change that in myself. And then they got right down to the end, and it was a British podcast too. Then they're given the credits for everybody who'd done this part, and one of the guy who wrote it, his name was Ben Durs. So they just at the end went, "This was written by Benders." I was like, could you have not said Benjamin?
Help us out, come on! It's a heartwarming story. It's made me change who I am. Just add 2 syllables.
Exactly. Now I gotta giggle and tell it on a podcast.
So who was this, and how did he die? Who is it?
Justin
John Fashanu's brother.
Yeah.
He came out as gay, didn't he? And like, he got disowned and stuff. And John Fashanu tried to pay him to not come out.
Oh, wow.
And then he came out, and then he faced a lot of fucking...
Did he give him his money back?
No.
Yeah.
Then he deserved it. You can't take the quiet money.
They said it was suicide. But yeah, he likes to write his
We're
notes.
back, baby.
He likes to write his notes in John's handwriting. Signed it, John, crossed out, Justin.
J. Oh, no, just the O crossed out.
Yeah, he wrote a check to his brother and then killed himself.
Yeah, that's his will.
Yeah, I wrote a suicide note on the back of his check.
It's quite fantastic that the last episode of this that we put out was a mental health special. And this is how we follow it up. Right, got 3 more would you rathers. One of them is another new one, actually, devised by our own Carl over there. Let's start with that one. Stupid as fuck. Would you rather your fingers be the size of your legs or your legs be the size of your fingers?
Oh.
Are you... What's this?
Trying to figure out, like, the logistics of, like, if I had... Because you couldn't get 5 legs on your hand, could you?
Well, then your hand would grow with it.
Yeah, I'd have leg fingers then.
Would it...
Then could you lift it? Would your arm be strong enough to lift it? It would adapt, wouldn't it?
I've got to be honest with you. You are looking more into this question than I am.
Yeah, because you could just go, fuck off.
Also...
Imagine how good a footy you'd be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Could
Yeah.
they say that you did that with your hand? I think you'll find I did that with one of my legs.
No, because they're still fingers. They're just the size of your legs.
Yeah, they're not legs.
Have they got the same joints?
They're fingers.
Oh, mate,
Okay,
that's
so there's
fucking
not
great.
little legs. Yeah, because if you could go around like a spider on
Imagine
them.
you fucking... Poof, like the Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
You'd fucking murder having a wank though, wouldn't it?
Not for me.
Finally!
Oh, it's been a long time coming. Fucking hell.
For years I've been like this.
You see, Glenn, he's so relaxed now since he got that weird hand. Yeah, you can actually have a conversation with him. He's not shouty, I was on edge all the time before.
So you want the big hands?
I'd have the big hand, yeah.
It does seem like the easy answer, that, doesn't it? Because walking around with like fucking
tiny finger legs,
like 2-inch legs.
Yeah, it'd be like a little your party trick that'd get you out dancing on the table and but yeah.
Yeah, you'd be on TikTok a lot, wouldn't you?
Well, till Monday. Boy, you'd be disappointed.
Have you seen
What? You're gonna
TikTok
ban
being
it?
banned in the US
Is it?
as of Monday?
Yeah.
And they can't make you delete it off your phone, but you can't download any more updates or anything. And like no one can download it. If you delete it off your phone, you'll never be able to get it back. In America, it's gone. And like I know this is sort of tinfoil hat shit, but TikTok is leaking information to the Chinese government. Like the Chinese government stopped TikTok being sold to an American company because they were like, no. You can't have our thing because then you'll see exactly what the inside of it looks like, and that won't be good for international relations.
But also the thing here that nobody really questions, because I've been to China, and you cannot use Facebook or Twitter in China for the exact same reason. So people are like, "Oh, we've got the Chinese up to their tricks."
Yeah.
It's like, what do you think Facebook and Twitter are? Oh, just things, just funny things. And no, I don't think the government's using it for any evil. What are you talking about?
I'm so naive. I was just like, China don't let you use Facebook or Twitter. Aren't they cunts? Aren't they controlling twats? I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, so would you rather, this goes back to the accent thing actually, would you rather have to constantly speak in a stereotypical Nigerian accent without ever being able to explain why? Or you have to sing at the top of your voice every time you attend a wedding or a funeral throughout the service without explaining it, and you can't just decline to attend them either. So every time you get invited to a wedding or a funeral for the entire service, you're just, not hymns, you're singing like
I
fucking
think I'd do the Nigerian voice, mate.
all the time.
Yeah, because people would get used to it, wouldn't they? After a while, and then you just be like, "Have you seen that weird white?"
But
fella
what if you bump
Nigeria?
in?
They just assume you're from Nigeria, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
You are not from Nigeria in
But they
any way,
wouldn't
shape,
know
or
that.
form.
I could be like fucking like I could have just been born there. Do you know what I mean? I could be like raised and like born and raised in Nigeria, just from like,
only
ginger people.
if you didn't if you worked in the banking sector and had to like do with with wills and stuff and getting money, then you couldn't.
Yeah.
You know?
What if you're trying to give a large sum of money away?
Yeah.
Be really frustrating, wouldn't it?
Hello, please don't hang up.
Just somebody take this money. But what if you met a Nigerian and they were like, "What are you doing?" and you're not allowed to explain it. You can't even lie and go, "I was raised in Nigeria."
What are you doing?
What?
What are you?
What are you doing?
But if
I'm not saying that's a Nigerian accent. I'm saying it's a stereotypical Nigerian
Welsh
accent, which is the loophole. Oh my God.
if it's a good Nigerian accent, though, I think the Nigerian person.
Have you heard
would
it?
be like,
It isn't.
No. No, but if so you're saying it's not? Yeah, because if it was a good accent, people would just be like, "Oh, he is from that." That is like it's like when I see when British people do Canadian accents to me, it's just like, oh, just don't.
Why does it just come out American?
No, it's
just like
yeah, it's embarrassing for everyone involved.
Is it just South Park Canadian?
Yeah, you have to. Oh, yeah. I mean, you guys, you from Liverpool. How many times have you heard?
Can you do a Scouse accent?
No, sometimes, like I say, sometimes, but there's a lot of in there, and unless you grew up with it, it's like speaking Chinese. I don't think you can just do it.
Well, now's the time to try. Genwu? Genwu. I like doing accents. We won't do it today, but we sometimes do a game on this. So just pass that box down there. So occasionally, when we have a guest in, we make.
Can I do one?
We can.
I want to play it.
You want to play it? Yeah. Okay. Well, give me it. and you can do it.
Oh, okay. I wanted to pick the cards because if they're gold and shiny.
So one of these is an adjective, one of them is an accent, and one of them is a job. So it might be like angry Zimbabwean dentist.
All right.
And I'm going to make Paul, because he wants to do it.
I want
to do it.
Okay. You want to what?
I did actually want to just be the man who picks the cards.
I know you did, but you fucked up, haven't you? And I'm not cutting this out, and you better give this a good fucking go.
But that said my name then.
That's a pogo stick designer.
But that said Paul Smith. I was like smashing this. Our fucking
Nigerian. Let's not do that one. Egyptian.
What the fuck does an Egyptian sound like?
That's for you, Tim.
Every time you see an Egyptian in films, like, and they just
A seriously ill Egyptian pogo stick designer.
What do Egyptian subtitles look like? Another movie.
Can I have another? I don't know what Egyptian sounds like.
Just North Africa, isn't it?
What's that sound
Okay.
like? Can we have an
No,
example?
no. It's okay. I'll give him another one. Japanese. A seriously ill.
Nah.
Are you doing
I
it now?
can test whether it's good.
You need come from diaphragm.
I feel very sick. My book.
Keep going. I feel very.
Cannot feel photo sick.
Now look, there's a rule with doing accents that makes them not offensive. You've got to say the words.
Fucking hate 2020. I had a good career before this year.
You did.
It was going all right for me.
Yeah, but it's gone down the shit now because of
Gone
COVID. So you might as well just lean into this shit, okay?
I know I had at least one Japanese fan as well.
Or him.
Well, his mate.
No, one of my
Oh, yeah.
students was a
One of
fan.
his students was a fan.
So Carl's been in Japan for a year teaching English.
Oh, cool.
And one of them at one point found out he's from Liverpool and was like, do you know Paul Smith?
It didn't go down that way. That'd be weird. I said I worked in Hot Water Comedy Club, and then I showed him a picture of the YouTube, and he went, Paul Smith. I like his videos. And he was like 17.
It's quite incredible, isn't it?
It's amazing.
That you've got a Japanese fan.
Not anymore.
Staring at his pogo stick now.
Sorry, Himamoto.
Was that his name? Or do you just not know?
His name is Ryohei.
Ryohei.
What did you call him? Minimoto?
Himamoto.
Himamoto. Is that a name?
That's a Japanese name.
You mean it sounds like it might be?
I'm sure it is.
You don't know that for sure, though, do you?
Unless you can go to everyone in Japan and find out they're not called Himamoto, then I stand
Might
by
be
my
like
word.
a moto is a common suffix.
Yeah.
So him or her the moto. If it's a girl.
Hello, Moto.
Are you thinking of the Motorola advert in 2002? Oh, okay, cool. That well-known Japanese advert. So what you going with? Are you going Nigerian accents or are you going singing at funerals?
Oh, yeah, I'd sing at funerals. I'd do that anyway. That one wouldn't even come.
The final one has also got a singing option. This was when Carl was in Japan, and we were doing these podcasts every day, me and Dan. I asked Carl to invent a Would You Rather, and he sent us this one. And, me and Dan have already done it, so I want to pass it on to you too. It's quite a difficult one, I think. So, would you rather have to call a family member every time you come and explain the event in great detail, what's just happened? You can never tell them why you're doing it. You just have to be like, hello, Mum, I've just fucked this girl. She was tickling me balls. I went right down the back of my throat and then I ejaculated everywhere. See you later, bye. Or every time you come, you have to sing the entire chorus of the song Photograph by Nickelback. You can never explain why to the woman that you're with.
I do that.
So literally you finish and look at this photograph.
I'd basically go with the first one because I'm married and I basically do that. And she's pregnant.
No, it's got to be like a blood relative.
My mom, I'd call my, because every time I
time
call
I
my
see what
mom
you're
and
saying.
tell her she's pregnant. Like
In my head
if
then,
I
you were
was-
just explaining to your wife what had just happened. I
do.
just fucked you in the
Nothing
end.
to worry about.
She was drinking with Cosby. Sometimes she doesn't know. Wakes up, looks at me, and says, "What the fuck?" It's not illegal. It was my wife. I hope that rule hasn't changed.
That was the rule until like 1993, wasn't it? Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark day when
Until
that changed.
1993, it was impossible in the eyes of the law to rape your wife. Like, she's your wife, and if you fucked her, then it was just she signed the papers.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Isn't that horrible?
Well,
Fucking grim.
just the fact that there was like a caveat in the law, like they had to like.
Yeah, it must have happened enough.
Yeah, like it was so like, we don't have the court system if we're gonna start charging this.
you knew what you were getting into. It's fucking horrible.
Is that a ring on your finger, ma'am? Yep, not guilty. Out.
Would you go Nickelback?
Would I go Nickelback?
Or would you go, like, you got a ring, you Jack?
No, I'd go.
Ringing Jack wouldn't be that bad, would it?
Yeah, if I can ring Jack,
You got to ring Dolly.
I'd still go ring them. Yeah. My mum's dead, so that's the only one I'd be worried about. All of my cousins are fucking reprobates, including Dolly. So I could go, look, and she'd be very worried and she'd stop answering the phone after a while, I imagine. But being single and fucking a girl and then screaming Nickelback into her face.
What would happen then in that instance if everyone stopped answering the phones? Yeah. And then you couldn't come anymore.
You just have to keep ringing until someone picks up.
Changing your number then.
Finally, got through to you. Guess
Adam,
what's just
don't do it
happened?
again. Listen, don't hang up. Don't hang up.
Would you be allowed to go to your mom's headstone? Tell her.
Flowers. Me again. It's only been an hour.
God, Mom, you would never believe Tinder. It is so easy.
Oh, this has been very, very fun. We have got to do a have a word because that is the name of the podcast. And if we don't do them, I feel like we're shortchanging the listeners. We've got a theme tune.
It's time to have a word with Adam and Dan. Tell us all the problems you have with your friends. This was gonna be the whole podcast. Now it's just the final 10%.
Here we go. I improvised that song on an episode ages ago, and then one of our listeners who's a musician put it to music and censors it.
That happened to me with mince piping.
It's fucking great, isn't it?
People are great, aren't they?
I once challenged in a radio interview in Australia. I jokingly said we were all in town to fight the toughest man. So come to the theater tonight if you are the toughest. And some fucking crazy dude came to the theater, and he did like nobody realized what had happened because it was just flippant. And they said, Glenn, somebody's here to see you? And I said, I don't know. And I went out and the fucking door closed behind me. And the guy's like, so you want to know who the toughest guy is? Let's do it. Wanted to fight me. And then I was like, no, it was a joke. He was like, oh.
I feel like you should have fought him out of just like, I did ask for this.
Really sweet, the fact that he just went, oh.
Yeah, it didn't just fucking
just
explode like, oh god, the guy's here, he's come out, like because if you'd showed up and thought there was a fight on, the fact that I just showed up and closed the door, like, okay, what's this all about? You know? Yeah, he just slinked off, and he came out of the bushes in a weird way that like you didn't have to. There was parking lot everywhere. And then he went back into the bushes.
Backwards.
Like Homer.
Came out fully naked apart from shorts.
He's just still there waiting for his time.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody will
fight. I'm the toughest man in Australia.
You fight a lot of people, don't you? Because you do like MMA and stuff.
No, I do very controlled pretend fighting.
What do you mean?
So I'll spar in a gym where I know people, and I spar people who are much better than me because they know how to not hurt me.
Right, okay. Do you punch each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. Punch in the face?
Yeah.
See, that's still ridiculous though, isn't it?
Getting punched in the face, well, with gloves on.
Yeah. How do you not get loads of bruises though?
Because I don't really get punched.
That hard.
Yeah. Do you know how not to hurt you? Like
Do
if
you wear headgear?
No.
Yeah, I think it's better without the headgear.
Yeah.
Apparently it's safer,
That's
isn't
where
it?
the vision goes, doesn't it? And people are more like if you got headgear on, you're still getting CTA from head because the impact's still there. It's just
Yeah, your brain's still wiggling inside your
Yeah.
head.
Ah.
It's just now.
I remember when
Are you fighting Freddie Quinn soon?
Yeah, we've been really training all year. He shit out like
That's
2
still
days
got to
later.
happen.
He shit out like 2 days
He's
later.
saying he's been at the boxing gym.
He hasn't.
Yes, I was there.
He hasn't.
I was there.
He hasn't.
He's been to the same boxing gym as me.
He hasn't.
I'm not lying.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'll fight him without training.
That's that's the best way. That's
He's got
I'm just
sleep
going to
apnea.
announce right now on the Have a Word podcast that Adam Rowe is fighting who the fuck is that guy, Freddie Quinn, on what was the date? November the 9th?
I haven't got a fucking clue.
It was the date set.
Well, I'll absolutely fight Freddie if he wants to fight me. And I don't feel like he's got sleep apnea. He can't even breathe when he's asleep. Never mind, after 3 minutes in a boxing ring. He needs a machine to breathe when he's lying down. How am I meant to be worried about fighting that man?
if you knock him out, you have to put his little machine on it.
There you go, mate. I don't want you to have any problems.
He's got a mouth guard too, or something. He's got a thing that goes on. Hold on, we gotta plug this in.
Genuinely, though, you can't be scared of a man who needs a fucking ventilator.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, if Freddie still wants... We got very...
This is how you lost your fight to Darth Vader.
We got very drunk during the early stages of lockdown over Zoom with a few of us.
It was
And
great.
me and Freddie were talking and he was like, yeah, I'd absolutely fight Adam. And I was like, okay, well, let's have a fight then. But 2 days later, he was like, oh, yeah, it was funny that, wasn't it?
Freddie gets a lot of shit off us in the group, and he the thing about Freddie is he'll sit there and take the shit, but when he's drinking, he's just like, and then he'll have one sip and just go over the edge and go, well, I'll just fucking fight everyone then. And you're like, whoa!
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks
just
like
name
something I better unmute him for. What was that again?
He was trying to fight you. He's trying to fight me. I think he's trying to fight Blair at one point.
Like, I
Zoom
understand.
tough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get in my car, but I'd have to wait to sober up because it'd be
If we
very
didn't have
illegal
the
for me.
social distance right now. Oh.
I can totally understand from Freddie's perspective that if he looks at me and I'm, maybe 6 inches shorter than him and I weigh less than him,
Can't be 6 inches shorter than him.
must be at least 3, 4. It's like he's got a couple of inches on me at least.
Yeah.
I can understand Freddie looking at me and going, I fancy me chances. I mean, I feel differently.
Yeah, just butter being punched.
But the idea of Freddie Quinn fighting Paul Blair. Do you know what I mean? That's like Chunk from the Goonies trying to take on Amir Khan. Which I just feel is a mistake. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't truffle shuffle your way against the fucking Olympic athletes. Anyway, it's time for Have a Word from 20 minutes ago.
It's only 3% of the podcast now.
Literally. So we get some people writing in who've got people they want us to have a word with on their behalf. This has came from Thelma.
Thelma.
Yes, Thelma.
Don't meet many Thelmas, do you?
Not since the film with Louise, because it didn't end well.
Well, Louise didn't die off, did it? As we've heard from Stripper Story.
Yeah, but there's just some names that have gone and not coming back.
Like Gary.
Well, yeah, apparently there's not going to be any Garys by the year 2030. So that means every Gary's going to die in the next 10 years, apparently. I see it on Facebook. Dude. You know, like when you see like a Facebook auntie share a post, there's going to be no Garys.
Like, there should be like a fucking...
There is some that have gone, though. Like, some of them go full circle. Like, Albie's back, isn't it? Like, Albert and stuff.
Algernon's gone, isn't it?
What?
Algernon.
Algernon.
That's
Was that
'cause of
ever...
That's because of the play. There was a play where a guy, because he took a medicine, he was retarded, and then he wasn't with the medicine, but then he came back. I think it ruined the name for anybody.
Like Adolf.
Adolf's illegal in Germany, isn't it?
Is it?
You can't call your kid Adolf in Germany. Because, like, they're trying to sort of... It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Adolf's gone.
I said the other day, Sharon's gone, isn't it?
Sharon.
It's weird that they think it was the name that was the problem. Jews, you can come back. We're not calling anybody else Adolf. Are you comfortable yet?
No, Mike Hitler would have done that.
It does make sense. Like, Adolf is such a weird name that maybe that was just why he was angry the whole time. He just grew up called Adolf. He's like, I fucking hate the name.
He changed his name to Adolf, though.
Did he?
Yeah, his real name was like Schnitzelfruser or something. Google Hitler's real name, please.
Yeah, get yourself on the same watch list Glenn's on.
Actually, just read it off the tattoo. There's a lot of facts.
It's under the two S's.
His real name was
Alan.
Alan Jones.
It's like Alois Schickelgruber.
Yeah.
You're very close. Yeah.
Alois Schickelgruber.
You can see why.
Yeah.
I wonder if Alois is banned in Germany.
You know, it's Alois. It's like
A-L-O-I-S.
That'd be Alois, wouldn't
It's
it?
like Alwar, isn't it?
Hello.
Aloysius.
No, because that'd be if he's French, but if you're fucking Austrian.
Yeah.
Alois. Yeah, that
Sounds
caused
like a
a few
stroke.
avalanches. You can't lose him. Can't lose him in the mountains and call him Alois. Well, he's coming down.
What's a fucking episode this week? This is from Thelma! Oh, I'm sorry, Thelma. Hey, can you have a word with my husband, Paul? He thinks it's funny for me to hear him shitting. I'm always telling him to close the door or put toilet roll in the loo before he uses it, but he won't listen. When I shout at him, he just laughs hysterically like I'm being unreasonable.
Put toilet roll in first so you don't
never
get
do
the
that?
splash. I mean, I understand. If I was in a guest house at a dinner party and I was worried I was going to have a big shit, I'd be like, okay. And it had to come out. I'd be like, all right, I'll put a bit of toilet roll
Would you
down.
shit at a dinner party?
If it was coming, do you know what I mean? If you got caught off guard, you're like, this is coming out where no
I
matter
don't
where I am.
really get a choice. I've got poo problems. I've got undiagnosed IBS or I'm lactose. Something's wrong, but I'm not going to doctors because
You just got a shit diet.
No, if it's not like it's when I have certain things. I think it's dairy, but I'm not being told I can't have cheese and milk. So I'm just going to keep eating it and keep shitting my bowels out. It's just not happening, right? But I did stay in a lady's and she's got a studio apartment and I needed to explode. So I did just fill the toilet with toilet roll and then I flushed it and blocked the toilet and I left and I've never seen it again.
Oh, you're horrible, you.
You know what
That's
I do?
bad.
Because we've got downstairs neighbors. It's like upstairs, downstairs, but they've separated it. And I can often smell their cooking. That's how.
Yeah.
So is that a euphemism, or are you talking literally about?
Yeah,
cooking?
no. Like I can, but I can smell it when I'm in the bathroom. So I know that whatever avenues it's come up, it's going down. And my little trick, well, I'll go in the morning and take a rancid dump. And then at the end, I'll open the door and go, Alex, what have you done? Did you spray? Please, we've got neighbors, honey.
But I don't think that's fair of her to expect him to do that, because if they're married, she should accept him for all of his flaws, including his poop.
I love you because I think the exact same thing. I had this with my ex-girlfriend because I poo really loud. I paint the bowl explosively. Like, it sounds disgusting. He's heard it before.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Do you clean up, though, with the brush?
What?
You clean up with the brush afterwards, though? You don't leave it in there, do you?
No, he leaves it in there.
No,
You've met him.
No, I do wipe it up, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the noise and the smell that is the problem because it does sound like a nuclear bomb is going off in the distance when and she was all like, it's disgusting. How am I supposed to find you sexy when you shit like that? I can hear it because our bathroom is right next to our bedroom. It's not an ensuite, but it might as well be. And she was like, that is disgusting and I hate it and you need to stop doing it. I'm like, what do you want me to do? How about whenever I need a shit, you go out for a bit? Just leave the house. If you really don't like it that much, then fuck off. I can't leave to shit. I can't go to the park every time I want to poo. Take the dog for a walk and shut the fuck up.
My missus thinks it's funny when I poo.
Why?
It's just because if I fart and that, she just laughs. When first time I farted and she laughed, I was like, I'm keeping you.
Yeah.
That's good.
A girl who can take a fart is a keeper.
And we're very open with each other now. Like she'd kill me for saying this. She thought it was hilarious after it. But we went out, week before last, we went out after the gigs in town. And she got fucking smashed, right? And she come back and she was like, I'm going to be sick. And she went and threw up in me downstairs toilet. And she pissed off people. And she was like, I couldn't move because I was being sick, so I just had to keep on pissing on your floor. I was like, what? She's just like, me downstairs toilet. It was a full piss.
Make sure this is the clip.
That was the fucking night. I remember he did a perfect slot to bring me on. A perfect amount of time, just the right amount of crowd work. He'd been fucking drinking. And he got the mic in. He's handed the one. You know, there's like a 2 mic system for COVID, but he's too drunk to figure that out.
Did you bring the other mic in and then start using it?
Yeah, I think he was
using all 3 of them. I'm licking them.
Yeah, but he's done the perfect slot. He hasn't done too much time. He's got it to the point. I gave him a little elbow bump. Off he goes. I'm getting ready to, the crowd's ready. He fell over in the back of the room. And a walk that he's done 1,000 times in his life. He's so drunk, he clips his foot. And because he's been lifting weights and chewing on squids or whatever you do now, in the past, you would have been able to hit a floor and not have the whole fucking place notice. But seriously, you must have gone flat out, like planked. Because he hit that ground. And it was like the fucking T-Rex was jumping rope. The mic jumped up and everything. That. Hi, I'm Glenn. I'm Glenn, crowd. I'm Glenn.
Sorry.
That is such a hard follow for anyone to have to close after that, because not only are you the compere, but you're you in that club. There's not a person in the room who didn't know who you were before they went that night.
What does it mean to do it?
I'm not saying you did, but I also don't believe you. Oh, yeah. So, Thelma, I've got to be honest with you, love. Fucking wind your neck in. Like,
yeah. We're not on your side here, Phil.
Yeah, just accept him or leave him. Imagine if she leaves.
You're talking about...
The boys said so.
You're going to leave him for another guy who's got an arsehole, so...
Yeah, 3 road dogs. We haven't eaten properly for a very long time.
Yeah, me and you had a Chinese at like 1 o'clock in the morning last week, and it wasn't a small one. We were like, can we just have everything? Do you remember when we went with you a couple of weeks ago and you literally ordered, I want all the appetizers? That was his order. No, I want all the appetizers.
He went, I'll have this page.
Oh, one of those, nice. one of those. Yeah, boys, this has been a fucking epic one. It's an absolute marathon of an episode. Thanks for coming in. Tell us again about your album, where they can get it.
Viva Forever on all platforms from September 25th. So it's already out, unless this has gone back in time and released it before that. And if you have that power, what are you using it for your podcast for?
You got anything you want to plug? I think you have.
Yes, I have. I'm doing some work in progress shows for my new tour, which hopefully will start up in January. So every Wednesday and Thursday night at Hot Water Comedy. You can get tickets at hotwatercomedy.co.uk.
So you've also got some news, which, like, people who've watched this, if they did start from the start, will have put an announcement video in. But you are starting a new podcast. It's very exciting for us because it's our first sort of podcast commission other than ours, where you're going to start a new podcast called Hiya Mate, which is sort of, it's almost like, without it's your catchphrase, isn't it? Like, it's what you start a lot of your campaign videos with.
I always pick that one. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, that's what your tour was called, and now it's your podcasting. So it's going to be
me interviewing people.
It's going to be brilliant. We've already got a couple of them in the can. It's going to come out in a couple of weeks. You'll see the announcements if you follow us on social media, and there'll be another announcement on one of the podcasts soon. It's going to be on the Have a Word Network. It's going to be on the Have a Word YouTube page, and it's very exciting times. It's slightly different to what we do here. It's not. It's going to be you and one other guest. It's more like life stories than the fucking bullshit we put together here.
People like just anyone I find interesting, or anyone's got an interesting story.
Sort of like long form compiling, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like you've got one audience member and you've got an hour or two to really find out about who they are.
It's like a lap dance.
Yeah. Well,
get your tail out, lad.
The tail.
It's motorbike assholes.
Full circle. Full circle. So check that out soon. If you are a fan of Paul Smith, make sure you go and check him out on Hot Water Comedy. And if you do want to see his new podcast, subscribe to this channel if you're watching it. It's youtube.com/haveawordpod if you're listening to it. And if you want an extra episode of Have a Word every single week, me and my regular co-host, Dan Nightingale, we do an extra episode every single week on patreon.com/haveawordpod. You also get early access to these public episodes, discount on merch, and it starts from just £3 a month. Go and sign up there. Gents, it's been a pleasure. This is Paul Smith. That's Glenn Wool. Sensei Carl's off camera, and we will see you very, very soon. Bye, Felicia.
Bye.